Hello, hello! So good to be with you again today. Today, I'm just gonna do some nice, chill Suika game. I will get the melon. I will get it. I swear. Like, how hard could this be? Right? Like, I know. Like, I've seen plenty of other livers play it. And like, I don't know, I feel like this is a big thing, like get to 3,000, get the watermelon, but it really just reminds me of that game like 2064 or whatever from like years ago, however long that was now. You just like, it's the same principle. And honestly, I was decent at that, so that being said, I'm gonna cover my bases here. If I don't get Suika right off the bat, naturally that is just me figuring out the game. Yeah. But I'm going by the end of the stream, I am going to get it. I'm gonna get at least one. All right. Yeah. Ooh, oh my gosh, all this like fruit though, it like screams summer to me, which kind of stinks because there's just been a total like drop in temperature all of a sudden where I live, and I don't know if I'd rather be hot or cold. I feel like I honestly, people say that like, well, I'd rather be hot, you know, but I'd rather just be a comfortable temperature. To be so for real, I just want to be of a comfortable temperature. I feel like, here's the thing. If you're cold, you can like snuggle up under blankets. You can like, I don't know, like have a hot cocoa or something. So I think in that regard, I'd rather be cold because it is probably like, easier to warm up, and I'd rather do those things. Like, what am I gonna do to cool down? Like hold an ice cube or something. Like hold an ice pack. Like, you know, I feel like it's harder. I really feel like it's harder. So despite just wanting to be a comfortable temperature, I'd rather be cold than hot, I guess, if I had to pick. But at the same time, the cold weather is like, it's like a little bit not fun. I have to really just like stand out in the cold and wait to cross the street sometimes, and I probably should invest in some gloves or something, because I've always kind of been bad about like bundling up. I remember like one time when I was in high school, I had to like go outside, wait for the bus, right? And my mom was like, it's like your ankles are uncovered. I was like, I'll be fine. And so I left. And my mom was kind of right though. I was cold. I was so cold. I was like, you know, I was mainly covered. I had my jacket and everything, but my ankles were cold. I should not have put that grape there. I just totally blocked off that cherry. Okay, this is fine. Okay, I already have a peach. That's not that far off. Oh, okay. I don't know what just happened down there, but it was good. Okay. I really thought that was gonna roll. Something I'm really not a fan of in the cold weather is I can't really drink iced coffee. And I'm an iced coffee kind of gal. Like, I would really rather have that than a hot coffee. For a few reasons. I just like the taste better when it's iced, honestly. But also, I swear, every single time that I have a hot coffee, I burn my tongue. I think I'm just too impatient. I just get so excited. I get so excited for the coffee, and I'm like, I just want to drink my coffee now. And then I burn my tongue, which I feel like I probably should have learned my lesson. Like, just wait, you know, you can have your coffee soon enough. Yet the cycle continues. The other day, right, I was trying to get coffee and didn't have the flavor that I wanted, so I ended up getting hot cocoa instead. And I feel like I haven't had hot cocoa in a good like 2 years or something. Like, I swear I did not have it at all last winter for some reason, and my god, did it hit. Hot cocoa is I'm gonna say it, hot cocoa is better than hot coffee. I have no clue if that's a hot take or not, but it feels like it is. Okay, what is up with coffee, honestly? I mean, I know the caffeine. I don't really get I'm not addicted to caffeine. I don't really get affected by it. So it's like, I don't really get it. I feel like I like the flavor enough. I don't like to drink just like black coffee, right? Like I need milk, or I need it to be flavored, or both probably. If I make it at home, I put like so much sugar and milk in that like it's like maybe only a quarter coffee at that point. But I feel like people drink it younger and younger these days. Because when I was a kid, I remember it was coffee is, that's one of the adult drinks. All the adults like coffee, but all the kids don't. And now I feel like people will start drinking coffee when they're in, I don't know, like third grade or something. And honestly, it's probably really good for you. It's not really good for you. You probably really shouldn't be drinking it that young. But I feel like because, I don't know, Dunkin' and Starbucks are so much of a big thing now, so I guess people just start drinking it younger. And at the same time, like, a lot of that isn't even coffee. A lot of that's not even coffee. Like frappuccinos from Starbucks, right? Like, that's not even coffee. Like, there's coffee in it, but if you're like, I drink coffee, and then you're like, yeah, I like a frappuccino. No, that's not really coffee. But I'm not one to speak because, like, I don't really drink coffee. I don't like it, just on its own or anything like that. But at the same time, I do acknowledge that if I'm getting a frappuccino, it is not really coffee. I'm much more of a Dunkin' girl, though. I don't know when, like, I don't know, the switch just happened suddenly one summer. I was like, oh, actually, Dunkin' slaps, and now Dunkin' is my life. Namely, I really get refreshers, though. I don't even really get coffee. Like, I get the Dunkin' refreshers. Which is, like, another big switch that I've had, because I used to be savory all the way. It was like, I really only liked savory things, or I liked sweet things, but I only liked them in small doses. And if I was given the choice, savory snack or sweet snack, I was gonna pick the savory one. These days, I really have been enjoying sweet stuff, though. Especially soda. I mean, I always liked soda. But it's gotten to the point where I drink soda, like, every night. Like no joke, like, every night. And it used to be, oh, here's my special once a week treat. Like, that was always the thing growing up, was like, I can only have it once a week. But now, I'm an adult, and I get to make my own decisions. And the decision is apparently to have soda every night. And you know what? My dentist didn't say anything. My teeth were fine. So in a way, I think that's bad. Because then I'm like, oh, I'm fine. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. But also, I'm gonna keep getting worse with it. Like, it's not gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep having more and more. No, whatever this yellow fruit is. What actually is that yellow fruit? Is it a pear? I don't think it's a lemon, because it has a stem. I'm gonna say it's pear. I'm gonna guess that it's a pear. I need the pear to fall, though. That's what I need. Go down. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Also, why is my score so low? I feel like I have so many big fruits. I feel like I have so many. Oh. Fruity drinks is where it's at these days, though, for me. Like I said, refreshers, delicious. Juice, I'm a bigger juice person than I used to be. I mean, I don't know, soda's just sugar. Soda's just sugar. That's not even fruit. This is just pure sweetness. I think the only, like, kind of fruit soda that I have, and I haven't even had this, well, no, I had one recently. It was a grape soda. I used to be obsessed with grape soda. Like, my sibling, obsessed with orange soda, and I was obsessed with grape soda. And I hadn't had one in a really long time. And I saw it in the store the other day and I was like, is this gonna be good? Like, am I still gonna enjoy this? Lo and behold, I did. I actually thought I was gonna end up hating it now. I was like, no, my palate's gonna be, like, it's gonna be so refined that I'm just going to hate grape soda now. And I didn't. It actually kind of hit. So go and try this stuff from your youth, I guess. Or maybe don't, because like, I know my mom will sometimes try things that she really liked when she was younger, and she's like, this isn't as good as it used to be. She's like, I should have just let it live in my mind. And maybe she should have. But for me, things turned out wonderfully. I was like, oh, good, another soda to add to my rotation. That's really why I tried it again. It was partly like, oh, am I gonna still like this? But the other part of it was, I need a new soda in my rotation. Because mainly what I drink, I'll have like Pepsi, and I'll have Dr. Pepper, and I'll have ginger ale. Like, just whatever ginger ale they have in the store. Because ginger ale is another thing that hits. Which is, okay, it's really weird. Because I know a lot of people, if they're sick or whatever, they're going to be drinking like ginger tea or something. I like tea now, but growing up I didn't like tea. So when I felt sick, I would drink ginger ale, but it's not something that I associate with being sick, like the taste of it. Like if I taste ginger ale, I'm not like, oh, like blah, like I feel sick, or like it reminds me of being sick. Like, I just love it. It's so good. No, this is not where I wanted to put that. Damn it. Is there an undo? Is there an undo? I didn't want to put that there. No, I messed up. No. Okay, this is fine. Okay, that's less fine. I can come back from this. I'm just gonna put this here. Okay, that's gonna go there. Put this here. Another cherry. That is never gonna fall. That is never gonna fall. Okay, I am so close to Suika, though. Oh, wait, I'm just gonna wait for another. Oh, I can. Can I actually wait? Ooh, okay, that does not bode well. That does not bode well. I don't know. It's like weird because I kind of want to get back into drinking coffee. Like, actually, I had coffee today. Like, I went out just to get coffee because it's actually in the mood. Yeah, you know, I said they didn't have the flavor yesterday. They were out again today. And so I was like, what did I make this? I trekked all the way out just for coffee. Didn't get the flavor that I wanted. It's literally not where I want to put that. It keeps jumping to the other side. Okay, yeah, so it goes in a full circle. I gotta remember that, because that's what I keep messing up on. But I didn't even get the flavor that I wanted. And then, like I always do, I said I always burn my tongue on my coffee. I did that, and I was so confident. I was so confident I wasn't gonna do it today. But I did. The cycle continues. But it's like, I think even though I'm fully an iced coffee person, even though I'm fully like, yeah, iced coffee year round. No, combine. That should have combined. This is fine. Every time that there's like a drop in temperature, I'm like, oh, like I'll have a hot coffee. Just like one or two, and then I'm back on my iced coffee grind. Except now it's just like whatever iced sugary drink grind. Because again, I don't know. I was literally telling my sibling earlier, I was like, weird, I'm not even into coffee anymore. And they were like, you literally used to be a coffee fiend. And I'm like, I know. I'm perplexed, honestly. I'm perplexed. But I'll probably get some kind of coffee or latte, or yeah, coffee, that's the word, or latte tomorrow, because I'm actually going to a cat cafe with my sibling. We've been there like once before, but you can adopt the cats, and it's been months since we went, so I imagine all the cats will be different, but I hope that they have a lap cat again, because last time they did, and it chose me. Out of all the people, it decided to go and sit on my lap, because I'm just special. I am the main character. When the cat chooses you, you are the main character. And it's so weird, because I used to be fully a dog person. I was like, no, I like dogs. Dogs are so much better than cats. And now, honestly, I like them both. Like, I don't really think I'm gonna say one is better than the other. And I mean, I had a dog for many years. So, like, it's not like I dislike dogs at all. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I actually really like cats. Like, cats are really cute. So, I really don't think I could classify myself as one or the other anymore. But I am excited, because I honestly have not interacted with cats very much in my life. Like, I had friends who had cats, but not close friends. So anytime I went to someone's house, if they had a pet, they had a dog. And so I never really, I just want this grape to fall. It's not gonna do it. Yeah, so I never really interacted with cats all that much. And now that I have cute, adorable, love so much, and I really want my own cat. Like, I want to own a cat. Oh, my sibling, oh, whoop. Okay, my sibling, almost bought a ferret the other day. They were just like, they went to the pet store. I think they were just like out running errands or something that took less time than they thought it was going to. And so they're like, oh, let me just go to the pet store just for fun. And I think they had like a ferret out or something. And my sibling was like, what if I just bought a ferret? And I was like, okay, go for it. But except that their building just doesn't allow animals. So they didn't. Sad. But I do really want some other kind of pet. I think all the time maybe I'll like just get a fish, since that's like kind of lower maintenance or something. I don't know, I really do want a pet. That's why I'm excited to go and interact with like little fluffy creatures tomorrow, because I need it. It will do my soul good. I feel like I'm ready for just a little rest, and what better way than with cats? If this orange doesn't fall. Okay. We're doing good. Okay, put this here. And those are gonna combine. Okay. But yeah, my sibling and I we're doing a few things tomorrow. We're not just doing the cat cafe. We're gonna get some food, we're gonna go book shopping, and we're gonna do some errands also. But I'm probably, at the bookstore, I'm probably gonna buy more manga, even though I have several volumes that I haven't read yet. Several. And the reason I haven't read them is because I don't really have time. I mean, in theory I do, but I get distracted doing other things, or whatever, I don't even know. But generally it's like I don't really have the time for it right now. But I'm gonna go and buy more, of course. Just honestly, I know that's what people say all the time, though. It's like, if you buy books, you just buy them. They sit on your shelf, and it's so true. It is so accurate to real life. Because I love my little shelf. I look at my shelf with all my manga, with all my books. I'm like, yay! I'm like, look at me, look at all my stuff. I'm like, look at my books, look at them. They're so pretty. And then I don't actually read them. I just go, I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read that like tomorrow. I'm gonna carve out some time tomorrow. And then I don't. Or like I try to, and it just doesn't pan out. But besides watching Spy Family, I also read it. And I think the new volume came out at the end of last month, actually. So it hasn't been out for long, and that makes me confident that the store will have it. Hopefully. They didn't sell it. Because it is a popular one, so they might have sold out. So I'm just hoping. That, and then the Other Worlds books. Wait, what is it called? Depend on the bean counter. Yeah, the Other Worlds books depend on the bean counter. I mentioned that on my debut. I really, really loved the first volume, and I haven't been able to get the second volume, so I'm hoping it's in stock tomorrow. Because I could just order it online, but it's more fun when I actually go to the bookstore and pick it up. I don't know. That's kind of like, I feel like a weird mentality to have. So if they don't have it in the store, just like order it. Like that is the convenient modern world that we live in. Unfortunately, I'm just a little silly goofy sometimes. Just every once in a while. I'm just a tiny little bit silly goofy. But I do really want the other volume. I mean, maybe if I don't get it, it's like, hey, I'll be like, hey, Christmas is coming up soonish. You want to get that for me? Like, hint, hint, like wink, 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 wink. Maybe I kind of want that. But I think I'm going to attempt to be financially responsible, and if they don't have that volume, I'll just get Spy Family and call it a day. Maybe. Okay, because I do not need another plushie. And I need to keep that in mind. I think it was literally the beginning of this month. I have no concept of time. I have no clue if that was the end of October or the beginning of November. But I just got 2 new stuffed animals then, and it's a sun and a rain cloud. And I haven't even actually named them yet, and it's like, I do not need more. I do not have space for more, and they're expensive. I don't have the funds for more. But when I tell you, I woke up today and just had like the absolute urge to buy a new stuffed animal. Like, it was crazy. I had to resist so hard. The amount of self-discipline I was displaying is crazy. Because I really wanted to cave. I just want a new one. Like, part of it is like I basically collect them, right? Like I you know, like in the same way that I like collect figures and manga, I guess. But I have such a long list of what I want for them. You know, it's like, well, I gotta start making a dent somehow. But at the same time, they're so expensive. I think there was this one time I went into a store, and there was a dinosaur plushie that I really, really liked. It was like big, it was like good, like hugging size. Oh wow, I'm sorry, I just got distracted by all the rankings. We got 9. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, I'm sorry, I got way distracted by that. But I saw this giant dinosaur plushie. It was like literally perfect. Like, at that point I didn't have any that were that big. And I was with my friends, and I was like, guys, don't let me spend money today. And then I saw it, and I was like, guys, get me out of here. I was like, just get me out of here, because like, I don't want to spend the money on it. And they did. I got out. I was like, okay, I gotta hold myself responsible because there's people here. Like, my friends are here. Like, I gotta hold myself responsible. A week later, I was still thinking about this plushie. And I was like, ooh, do I just go back and get it? And I was like, okay. I have time. So I'll go back. If they have it, I'll buy it. If they don't, I'll forget about it. And they had it. And so I got it, and I low-key blacked out while it was happening. And then as soon as the transaction was over, I came to, and I was like, huh? And it was like $40, and like, I was aghast. I was like, $40? I was like, that's crazy, because I bought ones not as big. So honestly, maybe it was a better deal, but not as big that I'd gotten, and they were like not even $40 like with shipping. And like, I guess, well, yeah, it's bigger. So it's a bigger size than I normally get. So that makes sense. But still, I was like, oh my gosh. That's crazy. I was at the age where I was like kind of getting aware of like, things cost money. You know, like when, maybe this was just me. Maybe this was me. When I was like a kid, like I fully have like the kind of grandparents who were like, oh, you exist, have money. have money for existing. And so that's like kind of where my funds would come from. And I was pretty frugal. I was pretty frugal as a kid. There wasn't that much that I really wanted. So I was, you know, I'd say I was a fairly frugal kid. And then I started getting a little older and I started like actually like thinking about like pleasures and figures and whatever. It was like kind of at the age where I was starting to get aware, like, hey, I'm on planet Earth. I live in a society. Things cost money. And I feel like that's the kind of thing. You know, like when you're young, when you're like 2 or 3 and you're like, tee. You're like 4 and 5 and you're just like, not really aware of how the world works. And then you get aware and it's like, oh no, I want to go back. One thing I want to go back to is nap time. I want to go back to nap time because when I tell you probably the best part of schooling ever has been nap time. And I never even slept. I feel like I had more energy as a kid, right? Which, well, actually, I guess that's not that weird. I feel like kids are generally, like, energetic. But then why do we give them nap time? And it's probably just to give the teachers a break, which, like, fair. However, when I was in high school, at that point, I actually needed the nap time. Or better yet, just start school later. Like, why did I have to get up at 6 a.m. to, you know, get ready and then, like, commute to school? Like, I was not a fan. Let's just say I was not a fan. Like, now, you know, I could use a good little nap time. And I do sometimes. I'll you know, I go crazy. I just take a nap right smack dab in the middle of the day. And honestly, I'm gonna say I don't like taking naps because I do. I enjoy a nap. When I say I don't like it, what I mean is I feel bad because it's like, well, oh, I should have done something more productive. But it's like girl, you can't be productive if you're like too tired. It's like, oh, I should have done something else with my time. But like, no, I deserve a nap. And if other people nap, I'm like, good for you. But then it's me, and I'm like, no. I'm like, just be productive, sleep in the evening. And the evening rolls around, and I'm like, actually, teehee, I don't want to sleep. I just want to stay up till all hours of the night. So can someone explain my brain to me? Because I can't explain it. And I wish I could. Gosh, if I understood my brain, I think I'd be too powerful. God had to nerf me in some way. And that was how he chose to do it. He made me perpetually confused. Honestly, a solid plan. Love to see it. I'm just a perpetually confused king. Okay, now if these pairs would have touched, that would have been better. That honestly, I would have appreciated that. It's okay. I'm so close. I'm gonna get it. The one thing I'm not confused about apparently is this game. When I tell you I'm just staring. I'm like not even blinking. I'm just like, must combine the fruit. Must do it. But I will do it. I will. Maybe I won't. It's a little dangerous. It's a little bit dangerous. Yeah. No, I don't know why. Growing up, I honestly didn't really like fruit that much. I mean, no! That should have fallen. Okay, I'm getting better though. But yeah, I didn't really like fruit that much. Now I actually really do like fruit. And I like it a decent bit more than I like vegetables. Like, yeah, eat your vegetables. Get all the good stuff that the vegetables give you. But fruit's better. Fruit is better. I guess this is kind of like what I was saying before too, where it's like I just really didn't enjoy sweet things that much as a kid, but I do now for some reason. Like I don't know why my taste changed. It was very sudden. My tastes were like, oh, well, we're just gonna do a little flip flop. On you. And I was like, oh, okay. But there's a lot of snacks that I haven't had in years. Like, I haven't had them since I was a kid, and I kind of want to try them again. Like, oh, what are they called? Like Funyun rings or something like that? Like, those were really good as a kid. My sibling and I, we would just sit and we would devour a bag of Funyun rings. It was crazy. I think the first time we discovered them, it was like at a deli or a bagel shop or something. And we saw them. And we were like, oh, what are these? And our mom was like, oh, you know, whatever, like, she's like, oh, you know, however they taste and whatever. She's like, oh, they're kind of like onion rings. And my sibling and I that was another thing we were fiends for. We were fiends for onion rings. So I guess that tracks. That tracks. And so we got them. We were like, actually really good. We should have gotten our own bags. But we didn't. We just like got one to share since we were trying it. But we really enjoyed it. And then we were like, can we have like a big bag from the supermarket? And so we got one. It was like this whole like little phase that we had. And I think another significant snack phase that we had was, it was one of the like specific kinds of Cheez-Its. I want to say it was like Cheez-It grooves, or like, was there like some, I feel like those were white cheddar, so I feel like that's right, because I feel like it was a white cheddar Cheez-It or something. We went like insane, like to the point where we're like running around hoarding the box from each other. The point where we were like putting it back, being like, okay, we gotta stop, and then just like sneaking over and getting more. Sneaking from who? Who was stopping us? No one, except maybe like we were going like a little crazy. Who's that behind me? The fruit? The fruit, you mean? Hey, super duper something, how you doing today? No, I'm just talking about my sibling and I being like weirdly obsessed with Cheez-It grooves when we were younger. Like, do they even still make them? Or is that like a limited edition thing? 'Cause I don't know, I feel like I haven't seen them in a while, and I know I haven't eaten them in a while, and maybe that's for the best, because I don't need to reignite any old obsessions. But I don't know, like I really enjoyed them, clearly, when I was younger. So I don't know if I was on something. I think I had weird tastes when I was a kid, like a little bit, like just a little bit, because I would eat like sour cream and onion Pringles, and then like immediately after I would eat like a blueberry muffin. Yeah, of course I'm not as gullible as you thought. I'm not the gullible one. Well, I actually have a friend who's kind of gullible, especially in high school, and I feel like this is gonna make me sound a little mean. I locked her in her locker once, like, just to prove that honestly, just to prove that she was gullible. But I like low-key told her I was gonna do it, right? Like, we were in a club together, and I would tell her sometimes, I'm like, hey, Liz, like, one day after school, I'm just gonna lock you in your locker, and you're never gonna know when it's gonna happen. And she was like, yeah, right, sure. Like I would let that happen. I was like, okay. I was like, all right, well, we'll see. And then she had a big locker, because she was in band, and so they like gave the band kids their like the big lockers to store their instruments. And so her whole thing was like, oh, I can fit in my locker. And I was like, one day after school, I was just like, oh, really? I don't believe you. Like, get in there and show me. And she was like, oh, really? I can do it. I can fit. And I literally started to say, no, I'm kidding. And then I stopped and went, you know what? Yeah, I don't believe you. Get in there. And then she got in. She fully stepped in. And so I just closed the door, and then I locked her in. I honestly, in my defense, I honestly did not realize that she'd, like, locked the lock on the outside. You said, yeah, like, okay, I think technically it was, like, a strings band. I think, like, I'm gonna try to remember, but I'm pretty sure, I feel like there was a special name for it, and it was still band, but it was, like, because no, orchestra still has all the instruments. There's like strings orchestra or something, I guess. Because, wait, yeah, she plays the harp. But I did. She was a band kid. She was a band kid, and she was also a theater kid. We were both theater kids, so it was fine. Also, I had a band kid as a roommate once. That was interesting, because she'd come home. She'd come home, and she would her boyfriend was a band kid too, and so they'd come back and they'd tell me all the band drama, and honestly I was living for it, because I had nothing going on in my life. And so they'd come home with their band's drama, and I was like, yes, give me something to like gasp over. Hey, I let her out. She had to listen. Okay, like I was saying, I did not know that she like already had the lock like locked on the outside. Like I thought it was sitting there open. It was not. It was already locked, and so all I had to do was close the door, and then it like fully locked. And I was like, oopsie. And then she like told me her code like through the locker door, and then I let her out. But listen, I told her I was gonna do it. She had full warning. But no, I let her out I let her out right away, I swear. We laugh over it sometimes now. I was like, hey, remember that one time that I locked you in your locker? Actually, someone got in trouble one time for hiding in their locker during class, and it was kind of crazy. Okay, so my school had big lockers and small lockers, and for the most part it was luck of the draw unless you were band, and I don't even think the art kids. I was gonna say they might have given big lockers to art kids also, because they have like, I don't know, paint supplies or something. But I don't even think so. I think it was just really the band kids. And there's one kid, he had a small locker, and he would hide in that during class. So you think a small locker, I mean, it's like a half locker, right? So it's like they had there's like the full-sized ones that are like, I don't know, pretty much floor to ceiling, I guess. Like, not fully, but, like, close to it. And then there's ones that were, like, half that size. This kid would hide in his small locker. And he got in trouble for it, because, like, of course he would. But also, it was kind of impressive that first of all, that he was committed to staying in such a small place. But also, like, that he could fit in there. This kid was short. This kid was short. But, like, still. Hey Siri, find school that has big lockers and band kids that are allowed to play a harp somehow. Yeah. Oh, my high school is whack. It's crazy. That's crazy, though. You really are just that in love with me. It's crazy. No, but this kid, I think the first time that I saw him, I thought he was someone's younger brother, and it turned out he was in my grade. I was shook. Listen, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being short. There's nothing wrong with it. However, this guy was also like really immature. So he seemed like a kid. Supposedly he's better now, but like, I don't know. I honestly didn't like him that much. I had some classes with him later on. I was like, I don't know how I feel about some of the things you say, but I gotta hand it to him. I really do, because if I could have hid in the locker during class, I still wouldn't have done it, because I was a rule-following kid, but at the same time, it's a little bit tempting. Just a little bit. I think the impressive thing really is how long he got away with it for. If you're not 6 foot and make 6 figures, they don't want you. Listen, that's not what I said. I mean, sure, that helps, but no. No. Listen. All I'm saying, this kid was short, and I think that made him feel like he had something to prove. I really do. And there's someone that I'm still friends with who's actually, like, stays in touch with him also. And, like, she admits, she's like, yeah, he was not the best in high school. And I was like, yeah. So listen, it wasn't just me. You know how I feel like every school, like from everyone that I've ever talked to, every school has like one kid that everyone just has the same opinion on, and it's not a nice opinion. Like, not to be mean. Was that kid the wear my hug at type? No, he was more like the misogyny is funny type. Like, okay, so the person that I'm still friends with who stays in touch with him, like, they were kind of friendly in high school also. And so she provides some supposed insight into this kid. And she was like, well, yeah, he was like, you know, just saying it because it would make people laugh. But at the same time, it's like, stop that. It's like, so why? There was one time in one of my classes that, like, he was really like, yeah, women belong in the kitchen. I was like, dude, literally get away from me now. Women deserve nothing but love and respect. And then the teacher heard him, and the teacher basically said that women deserve respect, and then he, like, got sent to, like, the principal's office. And I was like, oopsie. I was like, well, he should not have said that. But no, he was really just the kind of kid who would, like, make a joke out of anything and push the envelope and then get sent to the principal's office because of it. Yeah, more like that. Yeah, so like I said, supposedly he's mellowed out now. I don't know him anymore, so I couldn't really say, but didn't really leave a good impression. There was one time also, you know how like some people can really like pull off a buzz cut? There was this like 1 year where I swear like half the guys in my year had like decided to get buzz cuts, and it, like, I'm gonna be so honest, didn't really work for any of them. Seems like girls can't handle the base neutron style. Listen. I mean, hey. Some people can make it work, and some people can't. Some people just can't. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. Some hairstyles work for some people and some don't for others. I mean, I don't know. This kid had nothing. I feel so bad talking about it, but this kid had like nothing going for him at the time. He was so actually. I feel like did he get a girlfriend in college? I'm like scratching my brain right now. I guess he did mellow out if he had a girlfriend, which I feel like he did. I feel like my friend had mentioned at some point that he had a girlfriend. Crazy. But like in high school, like he was saying not good things. He was short. He was essentially bald at one point. Like, I'm just saying. But I don't know, in high school, I really was like, not to say I like had to stick up my ass or anything, but I kind of did. Like I was very much raised like, be a rule follower, and so I was. But at the same time, I was in a friend group with like no drama. Like, it's partly because I was like, I don't want to make waves. I just want to have like my nice, quiet little rule following life. So my friend group had no drama, which is good on the one hand because like, no, honestly, I'm not even gonna say on the one hand, like it was just good. Honey hates bald people confirmed. Actually, it's self-loathing. I'm wearing a wig. So, you know, just feel all my secrets. No, but I don't even know what it was saying. What was that? I literally lost my train of thought. Is that your first cuss word on stream? I don't think so. I think I said the F word multiple times on my debut stream. And then I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't do that on YouTube. I probably shouldn't. And I was like, okay, I gotta rein it in. I gotta pretend like I'm talking to my mom. I think when I first, not to say like discovered, but like kind of like discovered cuss words, I had to be like, not even that's when I first started using them. I'm gonna say when I first started using them, not when I first discovered them. When I first started using them, and I'd say them around my friends, and I would text them, and then I'd be talking to my mom, or I'd be saying something to like one of my siblings, and I'd have to be like, and just fully cut off. And it's not like I was trying to be like sneaky and say it like on the down low. Like, no, I just started saying it and then kind of went like, ooh, not now, not in this context. Not. I still can't really swear in front of my parents. They would give me such a disapproving look if I sweared in front of them. They would be like, it would be the side eye. They'd be like, honey, what'd you just say? I'd be like, oh, you peace and love, happiness, bubbles. I don't know. Yeah, like my dad swears like enough. Like if he gets upset at something, like he's swearing. My mom like basically never swears. Like I literally, yeah, I almost want to say she never swore, like when my siblings and I were growing up. Say every cuss word. Listen, I'm not trying to get bonked by YouTube here. I'm simply not. So, no thank you. No thank you. I gotta make my mama proud. But yeah, no, really growing up, she was, honestly, I literally don't know how. I'm probably not ever gonna have kids, but if I did, ooh, I feel like I'd have a little bit of trouble not having, because I kind of have a foul mouth. I remember one time my mom got like really mad at me because I was like, she was like one of those parents who like looks at her kids' phones. She doesn't anymore, but like when we were growing up, she did. And there's one time, and I was really in high school at this point. I was a teenager, like, let me live. But she got so mad at me. She was like, I don't like the way you text or whatever. And I tried to like pull the empathy card and just be like, I'm not cool. And I do it because it's like, it's cool. And she was not buying it. She was not buying it. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, it's fine. I'm like, I'll stop. But it's like, it's not hurting you, mother. Like, it's not hurting you. So calm down. So calm down. I think now that like I'm an adult, every once in a while, I've gotten better at like, first of all, I did probably like cuss more than necessary as a kid, or like as a teenager. And I've reined it in now, but there's still some times where like I'm talking to my mom, and I just pause and I'm like, and then I just come up with like a more sanitary word to say or whatever. Like literally, I think dropping it. I think it's so weird too, dropping F-bombs, because like I think it was like when Hamilton released. It was during the pandemic or something, yeah, and they like released the professional recording of it, and they literally just had to like drop out 2 F-bombs from it. They just censor out 2 F-bombs, and then like the rating went down so that younger kids could watch it, and that just feels so arbitrary to me. That feels so arbitrary. Like there's other things in there that I'm like, why is an F-bomb like worse? Like I don't really get it. Like the movie and TV rating system, like in general, sometimes it just feels so arbitrary to me, and I'm like, who is even deciding this? That was actually a crazy thing about working at the movie theater, was actually how many kids do try to sneak into R-rated movies. And, you know, we were all just minimum wage employees. You know, most of us were fairly young or whatever. People would just not check. So there were definitely people going into movies that were younger than they should have been. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure, I gotta recall my training here, but I'm pretty sure there's not like actually like any sort of law against it. Like it's just like whatever association that like decides it, and then like because like we adhered to it, like we'd get in trouble. Like since that was like our policy at that theater was like we're supposed to adhere to the rating system, that like if we didn't check, we'd get in trouble. But it's also hard because math hard. So you have to think about how old people are. I think about how old people are. It's crazy. It's crazy. I can't do that kind of quick mental math. But there was one time. There was like this group of, I don't know, like 5 or 6 friends. Clearly too young. Speaking of colorful language, I usually go with redacted words that can't be used beyond 2008. That's crazy. That's crazy. No, I feel like, no, my cursing is pretty mild, honestly. Like, I say, like, honestly, I mainly just say the F word. Like, I say the F word. Honestly, I've gotten better. I have gotten better, but I say the F word more than I need to. Honestly, I don't like anything that's too bad, honestly. It's like that, like, I guess that does, like, to me sometimes feel like a little unnecessary, right? But, like, the F-bomb, it's like, maybe I'm just, like, desensitized to it or something. Like, I feel like it's not that bad. At least, like, it depends on what context you use it in also. And I feel like the second you say it, like, at someone, like, I feel like it automatically becomes worse. But if you're saying it, like, at a piece of technology that won't work, like, honestly, like, can we let that slide? Can we let that slide? Like, if I drop an F-bomb at, like, my phone because it's not working and it turns into a useless effing brick, like, I feel like that should be fine. Like the song always said, 2 + 2 - 1. It's very quick maths. Every day on the block, smoke trees. Which F-bomb? You know what F-bomb. I think I already said it this stream. I don't know. Honestly, don't know what YouTube's policies. I'm not even monetized yet, so it's probably fine. But fuck. If I say fuck, I don't know. Now, did I hit a quota? This is what I'm saying. Like, I need a definitive list of what YouTube allows. But yeah, I think I use that one mainly. Sometimes I'll like, which feels so juvenile. Like, I feel like that feels so juvenile. Like, to be like, if someone's like, oh, what curse word do you use? Oh, like, oh, I drop F-bombs. Like, oh, okay. Like, oh, calm down. Like, calm down. Like, what a rebel. But yeah, this is actually how it was treated. Like, in my house, it was like, like, gasp, bad word. I think every once in a while, my dad would, like, get upset at the dinner table or something, and he'd maybe drop one. And my mom would get so mad. Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. No. No, I feel like F-bomb usually, in my experience, anytime that says F-bomb, it just means F-U-C-K. No. I wouldn't use that. As a member of the queer community, I would not use that. So what I'm saying also, like if it's directed at a person, like, I feel like it's just, like, automatically worse. Like, to me, I feel like that just makes it worse. Like, peace and love, I don't know, peace and love. But yeah, my mom was very careful about her language. Like, even still, like, I just think she doesn't like it for whatever reason. Because like, even these days, we're all adults, all her children are adults, she still really doesn't. Except, I was with my parents, I don't even know how long it was supposed to go, like, a few weeks, month ago, whatever. Like, I saw my parents, I saw my sibling also, and I had gotten a ride from my sibling, and I was getting a ride, like, back from my parents, and we were looking for the car, and I just simply didn't know where they parked because I didn't drive over with them. And they were getting so worked up. Like, I was literally texting my sibling, and they were like, literally, let me come get you. I was like, no, it's fine. But, like, I knew it was bad because, like, my mom was, like, dropping F-bombs, and I was like, gasp. It was crazy. It was, like, crazy times. But they were literally, like, getting to the point of, like, well, did someone steal the car? And I was like, guys, calm down. I was like, I don't think anyone stole the car. I think it's, you were just not in the right section. Like, I think we just need to look a little harder. And we literally found it. And they were mad for, like, another, like, minute or two. And they just calmed completely down. Like, nothing happened. And I'm like, were we not just in the same situation? Y'all were, like, literally freaking out. It was funny because when we were looking for it, and my mom literally goes to me, she was like literally turning to me, and was like, doesn't this look like this section? And she goes, oh, you weren't with us. I was like, yeah. That's why I'm not helping, because I don't know. Like, I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm just watching the madness unfold, honestly. It's like, I don't know if I'm exactly here for it, but I'm watching it unfold. But hey, at the end of the day, we found it. So it all worked out. Yay. Yay. No, I do love my mom though. I do, despite some of the things, like, I know, she's a little quirky sometimes, like with the whole like, gasp, a bad word, which is, I literally feel like how she was just like, sometimes she like thanks me for censoring myself, and I'm like, yeah, I'm like, okay. But despite that, she's very sweet. Like since I've started streaming, she texts me like every day, like before my stream. She's like, oh, good luck on your stream tonight. And I'm like, thank you, mama. I'm like, thank you. And I am the youngest, so it's like, I don't know, I really didn't get babied. I really did not get babied growing up. But at the end of the day, like, I am still like the baby of the family, you know? So I don't know. We always say I'll probably be the one to take care of my parents in their old age, but that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. But I don't know. I don't know if they're even gonna want to live with me, because I'm probably gonna have like a bunch of pets, and they're like, they're probably not gonna want to live with pets anymore. Honestly, cuss words lost their oomph. You could say you're such a dumb, yeah, A word, but like it hurts harder when someone just stares at you and say you're an A. Honestly, kind of true. This is like I said though, like certain things, like I feel like it depends on the context and the person too. Like I think if someone who like never cursed at me, I feel like I would feel disappointed in myself if I drove someone to cursing. But yeah, honestly, sometimes it's just get delivered like a scathing, some kind of scathing remark is more, or just you're an idiot. Could be worse than like getting cursed at, but I don't know, there's certain situations too. Like I feel like if you're like in a heated argument and people start like bringing out the curse words, like I would get out of there. Like me personally, I'm not looking for conflict. I do not like conflict. Who run the other way. It's like, oh my gosh, like, I don't even know. I feel like I'm thinking of a quote and I don't know what it is, but yeah, I really do avoid conflict. Like I pretty much just have social anxiety, honestly. Like I don't really like I'm not a party person. I don't like going out, like any of that stuff. I like going out like with a small group of friends, and by going out I mean like I don't know, like going out to a restaurant or going out to the mall or something. Like I am not a party person, right? I am simply not a party person. I don't like being around people. So I feel like I don't even have that much interaction to go off of. But I feel like, I don't know, I'm just pretty tame. I'm pretty tame. I'm a bit of a homebody. If by the stare, you, I don't know, I feel like, okay, honestly, it depends who it's coming from. Because if my parents were just staring at me, I'd be like, oopsie. But I think from anyone else, like silent rage, because then you don't really know what they're gonna do. You don't know really who they're gonna go off at. But like if a parent just stares at you, like you know you effed up. You just know. That and like, okay, you know what actually is the worst though is like, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. Like I don't know why that hits so hard, but it does. Like that is such a blow. That is such a blow. Someone's like, yeah, I'm disappointed. You're like, especially if it's something you care about and they're going like, I'm disappointed in you. There is no recovering. You're just mentally scarred forever. But honestly, I simply, not to toot my own horn, not to brag, I wasn't that bad of a kid. After a certain age, I'll amend that statement. I wasn't that bad of a kid after a certain age, because when I was, I'm gonna say probably up to like the age of 5 or 6. Supposedly, like I don't remember most of this, but supposedly I was like kind of a brat when I was like, you know, like 5 or 6, like up to that age. Supposedly I was kind of a brat, that I would like throw tantrums in stores and stuff. And it's like, yeah, I remember maybe 1 or 2. I don't know that I was that bad. Okay, no, supposedly also, and I really do not remember this. Supposedly, this is how the story goes, when I was still like a baby, like in a crib, I would apparently throw my stuffed animals out and then point at them and make my siblings fetch them for me. Now that sounds a little crazy. I don't think I was that much of a demon child, but apparently I was. Apparently, when I was fresh out the womb, I don't know, I just was, I had to get it all of my system. I guess. So I literally did not make trouble after, you know, like 5 or 6. Like, I think I got, first of all, what even is grounding a toddler? Grounding a toddler, I think I, like, wasn't allowed to, like, watch TV or something. I don't know. But I never got grounded as a teenager. I'm the only one. Both of my siblings got in big trouble one time each in their teen years. I did not. But also, I just covered my tracks better. Okay, literally, the worst thing that I did in my teenage years was I made a secret Tumblr account. Like, that is the worst thing that I did. But the thing that my sister had gotten grounded for was actually having, was it Twitter, maybe? Something? I don't know. I don't remember. She got in trouble for having a secret social media account. I don't even remember which one, honestly. But one of them, she got in trouble for. It was like, I like remember that too, honestly, like surprisingly well, since it didn't even happen to me, but like I do low-key remember that day pretty well, because my sister was like running for student council or something, and she's like a fair bit older than me. So she was running for student council, and she's like working on her posters, and all of a sudden, like, I was like, oh, I need to talk to you or something. It's like, oh no. I was like, what's going on there? And then like my sibling and I like had to like go outside for a bit so that our parents could talk to our sister. We were kind of like trying to piece together what was going on. We're like, oh my gosh, we're like, oh, what's going on? Like, what's happening? And I found out later, because they were like, don't do that when you grow up. And I was like, okay. And then I did, essentially. I just hid it better. It's just the Tumblr story. Yeah, it is just the Tumblr story. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that is the worst thing. When I tell you my life is so boring, I mean it. I do not do anything. I like have never done anything. Which isn't bragging, because that's pathetic. That's pathetic. I don't have any good, like, yeah, when I was a teenager, I got up to this kind of tomfoolery. That was the worst thing that I did. Maybe not the cringiest thing I ever did. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I thought of something cringier. But okay, not me specifically. It was a little bit of a friend group thing. But it was mainly 2 of my friends. They would scare each other. They would just jump scare each other. One time, the one of them put like a little clown doll in the other one's locker, and we literally filmed her opening it, and some people watched from like around the corner. It was crazy. It was great. Like, she screamed in the middle of the hall, and then we all had a good laugh over it. Yeah. Oh, come on. You already said you... Okay, I was a theater kid who did tech crew, and like, or stage crew technically. I was okay. So stage crew, it was like, essentially we had 4 teams but it was like at 2 different times. So it was like you were either going to do painting or building, and then when we were running the show, you were going to do tech or you were going to do running, which was like moving the set pieces and stuff. I did running crew, and I was a painter, which like honestly you could mix them, but like we low-key had factions, and then we got better about it. We low-key had factions because of course we would, because it was still theater. But so that's where my extrovert is. It's literally in the wings. It is in the wings. It is behind the curtain. We would, like, you know, we didn't even really do curtain call that much. It was kind of just like, oh, yep, there you go. I have acted before, actually, like, and not just done behind the scenes work, but I guess I was just a braver kid because I have not acted in years. I could never sing, though. I could never sing, nor could I dance. So honestly, I don't know how I ever really acted. I honestly don't know really how I acted because... Okay, well, I still don't know how I performed because I was a fine actor. I was fine at acting. I think I had, like, a decent stage presence, too. I remember one show that I did. Gosh, this is my little flex, a little bit of a flex here. Whenever we were, like, starting to run the scene, and I was just, like, busting out, like, hand motions and inflections and stuff. And, you know, the director for the scene literally, like, later on we were gathered was like, this was like literally kids theater, it was crazy, but they were like, look at honey, like, or earlier honey was, you know, didn't even need direction, you know, she was just doing things, and like, where I was like, okay, why would you call me out in front of a group of other children, but okay, but yeah, singing stream, I would never, maybe not never, I want to release a cover at some point, but I don't think I would just, like, sing live, to be honest. I don't think I'd be good enough at it. I'd probably die of shame. Unless I did a karaoke. Maybe I'd do, like, a karaoke, and then it would be unarchived, and then I could die in shame, but no one would be able to access it after the fact, so it would be fine. But I mean, I don't know, I'm not, like, the worst singer. I can carry a tune, but I'm not, like, good, I wouldn't say. Let's test that theory. You're a 80-year-old lady. You recently lost your husband. You're confessing your past to an angsty teenager. So you want me to improv? I don't even have a script. I just have to improv. That's crazy. Listen. I just told you I haven't acted in years. I just told you I haven't acted in years. Didn't you say you? I mean, this is true. This is true. Do I have to do a granny voice? I don't know. Hold on. Let me take some water. Let me have a sip of water. And then I will improv, I guess. Okay. So the prompt. An 80-year-old lady recently lost. That's such a vague prompt. My past. Okay. All right. I don't even know. God, I don't know if I've ever even interacted with an 80-year-old lady. Okay, this is so cringe. This is too cringe. I will go ooh, but I won't act like an 80-year-old lady. Apparently, I don't know. Okay. No, honestly, I can't. I feel so cringe. Back in my day, back when I was a spry whippersnapper. I tell you, I got up to the craziest hijinks. There was one time, old Johnny asked me to go to the drive-in theater with him. And when I tell you we had a little smoochy smooch, oh, I thought I was in love. But that was all he wanted from me. There you go. That's a very, very quick improv, angsty 80-year-old lady. No, I haven't. I've literally not performed on stage in more than a decade, for sure. Probably even longer now, honestly. Yeah, no, it's been a long time. It's been a long time. I got less and less bold the older that I got. So when I'm 80, I'll simply just be a hermit with a bunch of cats. You need a script? I got you, homie. Listen, I'm gonna be so honest. I do not trust whatever you're about to type out. I do not trust. Listen, when I tell you that I got complimented by the director for acting out my part well, the part was literally Donkey and Shrek. Okay? This was not groundbreaking work. This was not groundbreaking work in the slightest. Okay, honestly though, Shrek musical is better than it has any right to be. Like, if you don't know it, literally look it up. Like, you would think it's such a meme because it's Shrek, but honestly, the Broadway show, it kind of goes hard. It kind of goes hard, like, not gonna lie. And then people in my high school, like, some of us really wanted to do Shrek when we were in high school. But there was people who were like, no, we can't do Shrek, because they were pretentious theater kids. There's actually one kid on stage crew that he was very much like, I am not a theater kid. And I was like, what are you doing here? You're literally part of a production. And he was just like, I'm friends with some of the people. I'm like, you're literally you're a theater kid in denial. You are here. You are a theater kid in denial. It's okay. Some people just don't want to admit it, but it's okay. I knew what he was. I knew what he was. My school, though, like, hyped sports so much. It was crazy. Because I am not a sports person. I am not a sports person. I never was. Probably never will be at this point in my life. But it was like... Okay, it's not as bad as, like a Disney Channel show would make it out to be, where it's like, oh, there's complete, you know, clicks and no one ever breaks or whatever. Like, it wasn't that bad, obviously. Like, obviously, TV, like, hyperbolizes it. But, like, low-key, there were clicks. But at the end of the day, it was like, there were clicks, and then you only cared about them if you were in the clique. Like, me and my friend group were like, okay, like, literally whatever. But if you were in, like, a cliquey friend group, then it was like, oh, like, I'm cool or whatever. Like, I'm better. Like, oh, it was stupid. Like, I mean, like teenagers are stupid. Like, if you're gonna disagree with me on that, like, I just don't know what to say. Like, if anyone disagrees with me on that, like, I don't know what to say about that. Because, like, I feel like it's just true. Everyone has a cringy teenager period, and then it's fine. It's a rite of passage, I guess. But it's like... It really was, like, all the jocks and cheerleaders. Not to stereotype. I really had a crush on a cheerleader. So obviously, well, like, some of them at least. But it was mainly, like, those kinds of kids who were, like, thinking, like, oh, well, I'm part of a cool group. And it's like, literally no one cares. But what was weird? You know what was weird? And I don't know if this is, like, a universal experience. There were some friend groups where it felt like they would just, like, trade off on who they were dating. And it's like, how is this a stable friend group? How are any of you in a stable friendship right now? Okay. So you want me to monologue. You want me to monologue with happy music in the background. You got it. You got it. All right. So the scene is set. Broken woman talking to their therapist. That hits too hard. It's too real. It's crazy. I don't even have to act for that one. Okay. The world is full of suffering. Who actually cares by saying, how are you? Pain is what drives conflict and love. It's hardly anything, but there you go. There you go. There's my little bit of acting, voice acting, whatever. There was actually a period of time where I kind of wanted to get into voice acting. There's only been a lot of periods where I want to get into a lot of things. And then what always happens is I'm like, that seems a little unstable and it seems a little hard to break into, so I'll just, you know, put my dream on a shelf or whatever. And I haven't really practiced or anything. I'm a little unassertive sometimes. Like, it is something that, like, I work on. And it's like, I do know how to set a boundary, and I feel like more like interpersonally, I think I've gotten better at setting boundaries. Thank you. It's been a long time since I had stood in front of an audience and got the applause that I needed. But like I've had friendships where like I've had to learn how to set boundaries. So I have. But like when it comes to like me wanting to do something, the second like I feel like things might like not turn out well, like fight or flight kicks in, and it is like basically always flight. And I need to get like more assertive. Besides you eating the mic, that's crazy. That's crazy. Actually, are the levels okay? Let me know how the levels are, because literally the way the audio comes through like my setup, because there's probably a way to fix this. I don't know how though. Like some of the audio like comes through anyway, and so I can't hear it through my streaming software. So if the levels are ever not good, just let me know. But that's what we call ASMR. I ate all of chat. I ate all my viewers. Yum yum yum. Delicious. Anyway, thank you. Because honestly, if I ever got the opportunity to voice act, I would jump on it. Because like I think you know, in terms of like if like money was no object, like I'd probably end up choosing, it would either be voice acting or writing, probably both, because I think those are the two things that I really shied away from, that I was like really interested in. And yeah, I don't know. But it's not like I don't have a background in acting. I do. I very much grew up like on theater. Like the first time my mom ever saw a Broadway show was actually when she was dating my dad. He took her to one, but then she ended up really liking it. And my dad was a theater kid. My dad did stage crew at least once, and I think he acted at least twice, I want to say. So he was also a theater kid. My dad was actually, it's like no wonder where I get it from, honestly, because my dad was kind of, like a total nerd, like going to the comic books day they released kind of nerd. Wait, going to the comic book store the day they released. I feel like I missed a word there. I don't know, you know what I mean. He was nerd like that, so honestly, no wonder where I get it from. If there was no word limit, you could have cooked more? Well, you know what, just come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube, I need a full script here. No, it's like, honestly, once you're a theater kid, you are always a theater kid, though. I mean, my siblings and I say that all the time, because we were like all into theater. And I think my sister was into it most. My sibling and I were also into it. My sibling also did stage crew, actually. We all went to the same high school. I wasn't in high school at the same time as my sister, but there was some overlap with me and my siblings. We did stage crew together for a little bit. My sister like went to the same high school, you know, before I did. She acted in the shows. So like she was like, let's say if you're not into it if you're on stage crew. But we weren't like my sibling and I, like, we weren't actors anymore, but we were both. No, wait, I don't know. I was gonna say, can you really like act if you have social anxiety? I guess you could. Like, that's the whole stage fright thing. But at the same time, I guess. Well, could I say? I don't know. I'm like going back and forth to say that my sister had social anxiety in high school. I'm like kind of, but at the same time, like I was, like, there's enough of an age gap between us that I don't necessarily know that I would have processed it that if she did have social anxiety. But like, I think that's part of why I stopped acting. Besides the fact that I was like, oh, I can't sing and I can't dance. I didn't want to put myself out there anymore. So, I don't know. But I still know a lot of theater kids. And I honestly don't really look into Broadway anymore. I always feel weird because it was such a big part of my life growing up. I don't really follow it anymore. There's, I haven't, wait, let me double check this in my brain to fact check what I'm about to say. Yeah, I don't think I've seen a Broadway show since the pandemic. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really seen like theater since the pandemic. Sometimes, because you know my family liked it, so we'd make a trip and we'd go see a show. So there is no can't, there is always not yet. Actually, that's sweet. That's sweet. That's cute. That's cute. I haven't actually heard that before. That is cute. It's just there's always not yet. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think that's a nice way of looking at things too. I do tend, I think, to be a bit more of a glass half empty kind of person when it comes to myself. If someone else is like upset or something, I'm immediately like, miss positivity. I'm like, let's, you know, hype this person up, let's make them feel better and whatever. But if I'm like looking at something for myself, I'm like literally the exact opposite. I'm like, nope, I'm like, it's just not gonna work out. There's a little bit doom and gloom sometimes. But it's like, I was like, it's literally, I should apply the same logic to myself. And I know that's not uncommon, because I've literally like seen memes like describing the same thing. So it's like, it's not just me. However, it would be nice if it wasn't me, like at all. However, at least we're all connected in our pessimism. And like, I don't know. At least there's that, I guess. But yeah, there's always not yet. I'm gonna keep that one in my back pocket for sure. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know, honestly. I feel like I've been through so many different different ideas in my head of like what I even want to do with my life, but oddly enough, theater was never one of them, despite it being like such a thing for me. It was never something that was like, oh, I actually want to do this like with my life. And I definitely had some people who were like, oh, you could probably like make decent money like as a stage manager. There was someone who was like tangentially like related to the theater business kind of, so like maybe she knew what she was talking about, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know. But supposedly it was like, yeah, as a woman, a stage manager, you'd make good money. I was like, okay, but it was just, I don't know, it's not something I really necessarily wanted to do. So, but I don't know. Yeah, it is weird though, because for it being such a thing for my family, I feel like it's kind of faded from all of our consciousness. I think the only thing I still see things about sometimes is Hadestown, because I really liked that musical. That was a really good musical. I remember they like performed it like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade once or something. They used to have like, I don't know if they still do. Actually, I haven't watched that in years either, the Thanksgiving Day Parade, because I don't get up early enough anymore. When I was a kid, I'd get up early, we'd watch it, and my dad would make pancakes in the shape of turkeys, and we'd put whipped cream and like M&Ms on them. We like don't do that anymore even, so it's like, forget the money, the worries, the boss, the company. It's always happiness that should be decided when taking a job. See, ideally, yeah. I would, I'd like to hope so. I mean, my sister has, you know, changed her place of work a few times because whenever she gets like new bosses, and then it's like she's not like happy there anymore because like the new bosses stink or something, like I don't know, or like she doesn't like the company direction anymore. But at the same time, it's like, well, you're gonna need money, unfortunately. See, I really just want to stream full time. I just want to stream full time. Like that's the ideal right now, which is why I'm trying to get it started. I'm trying to get it going because I really want to do this. And it was one of those things where I think I put it off for a little bit longer than I maybe should have, because there was a part of me being like, oh, what if you're not good at it? What if you don't like it? I actually do really like doing this. So I'm like, in a way, I'm like proud of myself for like going for doing it, because there's definitely been times in the past where I just would have been like, oh, like I'm not going to be good at it. I'm not going to take that risk. So, hey, progress. Let's give it up for Honey making progress in her life. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's like weird, because I feel like, well, actually, I don't know why I said it's weird, because it's not weird, because there's a level of anonymity on the internet, and so, like, that literally makes you bolder, because, like, I've literally, like, always been that way. Honestly, it's, like, always been easier for me to make friends on the internet and stuff. And, I mean, plus, like, honestly, growing up, I didn't really know anyone who had, like, the same interests as me. I think kind of more so I found people who had the same interests as me in high school than I did in elementary school, because in my elementary school, I don't know, it was like I had friends, but like I was like pretty different than most of them. And then I got to high school, I did meet some people. Like one of my people who's still my best friend, she's like coincidentally the one that I locked in a locker is still one of my best friends. But she really has the same interests as me. And we were kind of like clicked as friends before. Really like I mean, when you go into high school, right? You're, I don't know, 13, 14, I think sounds right. And like we didn't really have a lot of the interests that we have now, but we still just like really clicked as like similar people in terms of like humor and stuff, and like in like our views on the world at that point. And we kind of yeah, we ended up like having the same things too, like Genshin Impact, my favorite game. I played it first, but she ended up playing it too, and now we talk about that a lot. She also likes anime a lot, which was crazy, because when I got into anime, I kind of lived under a rock or whatever, and my parents were still very much of the mind, like, oh, it's weird, like weird kind of, you know, you're like not something that a lot of people are into. But at that point, like, nah, I'm sorry. It was not quite, I mean, like, if you look at like anime history of like when it, first like came to the West, and like a lot of the ones that were like very early, like yeah, some of them were like a little weird, but also like if you look at how much like Western media has changed and stuff. Actually, I literally love talking about media so much. Earlier, I was with one of my roommates. We were just like chilling in the kitchen or something, and I went like on literally like a whole rant. No, I've seen Demon Slayer. I never said I haven't seen Demon Slayer. It was Dragon Ball I haven't seen. Maybe that's what you're thinking of. I haven't seen a lot of like the bigger older ones. Like it was Bleach. I haven't seen Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, or Dragon Ball. I have seen Demon Slayer, actually. I literally have I have a little Demon Slayer keychain. It was like a little like mystery one, so I didn't know who I was gonna get, but I got Nezuko. And then I also have, I have like a bunch of like little anime posters that I have on my wall. And one of them is Demon Slayer, I think. Yeah, one of them is Demon Slayer. Yeah, I've seen I'm all caught up on that too. I saw the new season. I haven't read the manga. So if you know what happens in the manga, no spoilers. But I've seen the anime. I actually really, really like the anime. It is a good one. Tugs on the heartstrings, honestly. I was in public watching like one of the new episodes of Demon Slayer, and I literally almost started crying. It was crazy. I was like, I gotta stop. I'm gonna start crying. Attack on Titan, yeah, I haven't seen whatever the 2 newest episodes I think that they've released. Whatever, like, I think the final part 1 or something, and then part 2. I think it actually just ended recently, maybe. The thing about that one is, it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. However, it's kind of heavy, and sometimes I need to be a little bit careful about what I watch because it like can really affect me in like my emotional state. And so I just like I just hadn't really been wanting to watch the like when did it drop? I feel like it dropped like April or May, like the first of the two-parter. And I was just like, I was like stressed and I was overworked, and so I didn't want to watch it, and so I never actually got around to it because I started watching like a gazillion other things. And now it's like finished and I'm like, oh, I should watch it, but I have to finish watching Loki. I literally have one episode left, and it was funny because I was just waiting till I finished it to tell the friend who told me to watch it that like I'd watched it. But he texted me the day, he's like, oh, have you watched it yet? And I was like, okay, listen, I'm about to tear this thing apart, but okay. I was like, I was just trying to save my judgment till the end, but if you really want to know. And then I'm gonna watch One Piece live action after that. So that's next. And then maybe I'll watch Attack on Titan, because I think that's all that I promised to watch after I watch One Piece live action. I don't think I promised to watch anything else. So then I can finish watching AOT. One more week in peak fiction is near. According to you though, no rush. Yeah, no rush at all. I don't feel the need. I do not feel the need. I assume you're referring to One Piece though. Probably the anime. Listen. I'm sure it's good. I just. Why did, literally, there's so many peaches. Why did none of them combine? I call BS. Yeah. I don't know. One day I will watch all of the big old animes, so like Bleach and Naruto and all that. Yeah, I feel like I want another cozy anime to watch. I want another cozy one because, listen, if I'm gonna finish watching Attack on Titan, I'm probably gonna need something to recover afterwards. Welcome to RNG. Yeah. I've literally like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull up my anime list and I'm going to tell you how many pages long it is. But okay, the list I literally just have crossed off the ones that I've watched already, so it's gonna be like a bit longer, so I'll just estimate. But it's several pages long. It is several pages long. Let's see, how long? Yeah, it's about like 8-9 pages. Maybe 7, because I have like a full page of like checked off ones. So like 7 to 9 pages of anime that I want to watch. However, the issue is, most of it is not free. So I actually like just don't have access to it. And I assume you've heard of Crunchyroll for streaming anime. And my sibling and I have literally been talking for like a year now, going like half and half on a year subscription. And we haven't done it yet. We haven't done it yet. We mentioned it again like literally last weekend. It's still not something that we've actually done, but I'm kind of hopeful. I don't know, if you have like cozy anime to recommend, let me know though, because like I've honestly just been in the mood for something cozy. You Crunchyroll, sorry, I'm a pirate, I don't speak in monthly payments. Real. Honestly, the only thing I get, like anytime well, first of all, we don't condone piracy here. I would never. I worked in a movie theater. I've been trained to never condone the stealing of media. Oh, I love Spy Family. Okay, I watch that weekly. I watch that weekly as it comes out. Which I low-key steal my sister's Hulu for that one, but it's fine. Listen, someone's paying for it. No, all my siblings and I watch Spy Family. No, incorrect. YouTube, I promise I don't condone piracy. I do not condone piracy. I'm not a pirate VTuber. I'm a VTuber. So, no piracy here. None at all. I'm so convincing. These are my acting chops coming out. Except not, because I would never ever condone piracy. No siree. But yeah, Spy Family I love. Actually, I'm probably gonna I read the manga for that one too. So I watch the anime, and I'm watching it as it comes out. Like, I already know what happens, 'cause I've read up to that point in the manga. I really like physical books. Like, anytime I read anything, I don't like reading, like, on a device. I spend so much time on devices. When I read, I just like having the book in front of me. I love, like, the feeling of flipping a page, like, all that good stuff. So I buy the volumes. When I read them, I buy the volumes. And I'm probably gonna get the new volume tomorrow if it's in stock. But Spy Family is literally one of my favorites. I love Spy Family so much. They're just so cute. Actually, I was watching an episode with my sister once, and pretty much at the same time, or like one of us said it first, the next one said it after, but it was like pretty much the same time. And I was like, can Lloyd Forger adopt me? And then she goes, where do I find a man like Lloyd Forger? And I was like, oh, that's crazy. We're on like entirely different pages here, other than we're both like Lloyd good. We're both like Lloyd good, but she was like, I want a man like him. And I was like, I want to be part of this family. I want Lloyd and Yor to be my parents. Honestly, one thing that I love about Spy Family is that they put a dog in and then they kept the dog. And I understand that it's animated, but it was always so disappointing watching Disney Channel shows and stuff growing up, and they would have an animal in one episode, and it would be like, oh my gosh, they're gonna get an animal, and then they wouldn't, because that actually costs money, and there's like a union for it too, for like the animal trainers. But okay, I haven't heard of Pop Team Epic. Let me look at my list, because I'm absolutely certain that someone recommended Dragon Maid to me a long time ago, and I think that's on here. Okay, let me do a little searchy search instead of just scrolling aimlessly. Maid has several results. Yeah, okay, Dragon Maid is on here. Gintama I've heard of. I don't know if I wrote it down ever. Okay, Gintama I don't have written down, so I will write that one down. And then I literally haven't even heard of Pop Team Epic, which is, I'm not gonna say it's rare for me to not hear of an anime, because I feel like a lot of the times I only know like the more popular ones. Maybe that is a more popular one, but I also feel like recently I've kind of gotten into that like social media echo chamber sort of thing, where I'm only seeing things that like I already like for the most part. Pop Team Epic is basically memes the anime, aka skits that last a minute. Honestly, iconic. I love that. I don't know if you've ever seen the Disastrous Life of Psyche K. They're not minute-long sketches. They're a few minutes. And they're by the end is somewhat of an overarching plot, but a lot of it is just comedic sketches. Literally one of my favorites of all time. I've seen it twice. I want to do a rewatch of it. Maybe that'll actually just be my next cozy anime. Maybe I'll just rewatch that one. But I love a good comedy. Uramichi Onisan also. I love that one. It's really funny. That's okay. I'm very much of the mind that sub is better than dub. Listen, if you gotta watch dub because you need to multitask, fine. I can understand that. But if you are going to sit down and watch a show, if you're gonna sit down and watch a show, watch it in the original language. That's like, I swear, always the best experience. However, I will say, if you're watching a comedy anime, English dub is good for that. Because I don't know why, but I swear, however the English voice acting is done for it is so over the top that it just actually lends itself really well to comedy. And one of the, like, I think the best examples of that is Uramichi Oni-san, but I think I only watched a few episodes of it in English, and then the rest of it, like, I wasn't available in English. Remember, watch can tell me after watching more anime, they reference a lot of others. Okay, I have watched a decent number. I'm like, this is too many to count, so I'm gonna estimate that's gotta be at least 10. That's like another 10, so it's 20. It's 30, probably wrong. Okay, I'm going to say somewhere between like, full estimates, I don't feel like counting all of them. I'm gonna say somewhere between like, somewhere between 50 to 60 is what it looks like to me. I'm gonna say between 50 and 60 anime. So I don't know if that's enough, but hopefully it is. I can destroy your subgrade and dub argument with Stuart's Dragon Ball. Okay. If you say so. I mean, that means nothing to me because I haven't watched it neither. I mean, I did concede that there are some things better suited for dub than others, like I said. But I don't think that is Dragon Ball a comedy, actually? Like, I'm sure there are comedic elements, but I'm pretty sure it's not just a comedy, so I guess that doesn't really, like, meet my concession, but I'm sorry, I just think that the anime voice, any English dub anime voice acting tends to be over the top, and it takes away a lot of the seriousness, in my opinion. And I feel like not to diss them, saying there are some like really good voice actors who are part of them, like Alejandro Saab, who voices a character in Genshin Impact. I really like the English dubbing in Genshin Impact, and I think he does a great job with the character that he voices there, and overall I like him as a voice actor. However, there's this one anime that he was in, Koto Ono Tomare, I think is what it was called, and I tried some of the English dub because he and a couple of other voice actors that like I like from games were in it, and I was like, it just does not go as hard. It just does not go as hard as the original. Well, yeah, I know that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are kind of different. I know that they're different things. I'd say kind of different. They're like different things. I don't really know why. I just know that that's two different things. Because the Z makes it different. Like, I literally do not know why. I know next to nothing about Dragon Ball lore. The plot, I could not tell you, but I do know at least I believe, maybe I'm wrong, but I was pretty sure that Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z were two different things. To my knowledge. To my knowledge. But that's probably the extent of any knowledge that I would have regarding it. I'm pretty sure, oh wait, hold on, Goku I think is the main character's name? I feel like he dies and gets stronger or something. I feel like I read that at one point. I mean, obviously things have referenced Dragon Ball before that I've seen. And maybe I picked up on some of it, maybe I haven't picked up on some of it. But, yeah, I don't know, I literally feel like I remember like being young and seeing it advertised and just like I was not inclined to watch it. Pokemon, though, is where it's at. Like, okay. Alright, I will concede. The English dub of Pokemon, perfectly fine. I have no complaints about the English dub of Pokemon. Okay? I will give that one. Actually, is OG Dragon Ball, like, considered not as good, or is it just, like, harder for people to find? Because I would assume that if you're a fan of it, you're probably gonna want to watch as much of it as you can. Me personally, I would think. What do I know? I'm just some bee on the internet. But me personally, if I like something, I'm simply gobbling up all of the content that I can for it. Congrats for having a correct opinion, because that is the only opinion that I would really... Okay, I'm not saying it's the only opinion I would accept on that, because if someone said to me that they liked the original Pokemon series the best, I don't think that I could fault them for that. However, Pokemon X and Y is literally just the best. And my take is I really like the animation style for that one. Gorgeous. I don't remember even what it's called. I'm pretty sure that one is where they have Mega Evolution, which was a cool feature, both in the games and story-wise in the anime. And it took a bit more of a serious approach while still keeping levity. It really took it in more of, I mean, it was always, like, kind of shonen, but it brought it more into, like, that popular shonen of the time, and kind of still of the time, where it was a lot more action, I think, and it was good, and I ate it up, and I feel like some people don't like the traveling companions for that one. I thought Bonnie was cute. Clement, I think was the brother's name. He was like, I mean, he was, you know, typical nerd kind of character, but I thought he had good character arc and everything still. Ash's character arc in that was good too. And then, honestly, I'll be honest, I like a good ship. And I liked Serena and Ash, okay? I did. I literally remember, like, they changed it to the next season afterwards, and, was it Sun and Moon afterwards? Yeah, it was the Alola region of Sun and Moon. I did not like the change in the art style. I liked maybe it's just me, I'm just too edgy, because I liked it better when it was edgier, when it was X and Y, and yeah, it was like, I didn't like the new characters as much either. It just didn't really do anything for me. Dragon Ball Z is what was introduced to Western audiences. It just had that edge. Now, say OG Dragon Ball isn't known, but it starts as a comedy first. So we'll just stick Dragon Ball Z about it. Okay, noted. But, okay, they're different. However, my question is Dragon Ball Z a retelling, like a remake of just the OG Dragon Ball? Or is it, like, a sequel or prequel? Like, is it new content? That's what I'm asking. Is it new content, or is it just a remake of what's in the original series? Because that I don't know. Like, I know they're different. I don't know why. I can only learn so much through osmosis. My thoughts on Ash leaving. I have not watched the anime in a minute. I think I have mixed feelings, because from a marketing standpoint, I understand why they did it. Ash is a character that's been around for a while. They want to inject new life. They want to bring in new audiences. And with a character that has somewhat of an overarching story from so many years past, I can understand why they would want to change it. Why they want to change up their cast. At the same time, I think that Ash is just so, God, what's the word that I'm looking for? Is just so, like, almost like interchangeable, like with the Pokemon name. Like, he's so recognizable that, like it's weird. It's weird to not have him in it anymore, and to not have him, as far as I know, related to the new protagonists in any way. And I guess it makes sense too, because he is a character that, you know, a lot of people had grown up with that are, you know, getting older now, that to see him succeed in his goal makes sense. But like I said, I haven't watched it in a hot minute, and as far as I know, they never, like, answered the question of, like, where his father was, which is weird to me, and I think they should have done that, and, like, had them, like, have a Pokemon battle or something before the show ended. But as far as I know, they didn't do that. But so, like, from a marketing standpoint, I understand, but also I have somewhat of an issue with, like, modernization and reboots, and it's not exactly a reboot because Pokemon never ended. But when I say modernization of things, I mean, like, that they made, I was literally talking about this with my roommate earlier too, they make, like, the new Monster High series and stuff, and I don't know as much about the new series as I do about the new movies, but, like with the new movies, like in the second one, sorry if you care about the new Monster High movies, spoiler alert, by the way, I don't even think this is that big of a deal. Like, I'm pretty sure they made, like, Claudine an influencer in it. And it's like, the fact that, this is something we've talked about before on here, too, is, like, you know, kids, like, that they start so young on, like, phones and on technology that it's like, we have to make it relatable to the kids. LOL. They're gonna talk cringy in ways that children don't actually speak and be influencers. Wow, that's the dream. Yeah, but so I don't know if they've started yet with the new series without Ash, and if they're doing something more modern like that too. Because I mean, Pokemon already was like somewhat futuristic with their tech, so I don't think they have as much of that to overcome. But I feel like with that whole like idea of making them relatable to kids, sometimes the characters just low-key are annoying. But I'm not the target audience, so what do I know? Alright, Dragon Ball Z is a sequel. Good to know, good to know. Or after watching OG Dragon Ball, you can start with Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is remastered in a way, which cuts filler and is official and not family like One Piece. Oh, okay. I feel like... See, I just honestly, I don't know, because I haven't, like, from whatever circles I run and no one really talks about Dragon Ball that much. So, like, I haven't ever heard that, like, Dragon Ball has a lot of filler that's, like, hard to get through. Like, I have heard that for One Piece, obviously, but I haven't heard that for Dragon Ball. But I feel like... Oh, also, I actually don't know how long Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z is. And maybe it would depend on the length, because... Like, I don't know. I think it would depend. I'd watch the original first, I guess, and then depending on how much I enjoyed that, if I enjoyed it a lot, I'd probably just give the, like, full Dragon Ball Z a try, and if I didn't enjoy it that much, or enjoyed it enough to keep watching, but, like, I'm not super invested, at that point, I would probably watch the remastered version. Also, I'd just watch whatever was available to me, to be honest. In the recent movie or something, they talked about Ash's dad. Okay, but they talked about him. Did they show him? Did they give, like, more lore on where the heck he was, that he left his wife to raise their child together? You know? You know? And did Ash ever meet him, or does he not care? Or does he not care? You know? I want answers. I want answers. And that's the other thing about Ash leaving. Because he is just, like... such like an iconic character, I don't think he's ever really gonna die. Like, I guess there was some, actually, I don't know what movie you're talking about, but like they'll probably keep like making movies where he shows up or something. Like, I don't really think that character is like gone. I'm sure he'll have a cameo in the series at some point or something. I don't think they'd actually just like retire the character fully. I think at some point he's gonna come back so that they can be like, hype, it's Ash Ketchum, he's back. Dragon Ball Z filler is okay. Let's to drive. Okay, see, filler like that I can actually appreciate. Like beach episode. You know, I feel like that's like the whole thing is like, oh, every anime has a beach episode or whatever. And just in a lot of media now, I feel like it's always just like, here's a 12 episode run, and things get cut that are just like fun, like little episodes that, which like that stinks. Obviously, like I do like a good fun time, so. Interesting. Yeah, it's like, I still really like Pokemon. Like, I think about Pokemon a lot. Like, I have like a Pokemon shirt. Do I have other Pokemon merch? I know I've had like, Pokemon plushes at some point. I don't think I still have them. I think I got rid of them or something. But I have a Pokemon shirt. I feel like I low-key do have some other Pokemon merch that I'm not thinking about at the moment. But, like, I like it enough to wear it on a shirt, you know? But I don't, like, watch the series anymore. I actually think X and Y was the last series that I was, like, really devoted to because I enjoyed it so much. And then in the region after, I was not feeling it. But I enjoyed the games a lot still. I'm gonna play... Shoot, which one do I have? I'm gonna play, Pokemon Violet on stream at some point. So, like, I do enjoy it. I do like it. If I was gonna live in any fictional world, not even just anime, if I was gonna live in any fictional world, I would choose Pokemon. And some people say like, oh, but like if you actually like lived in Pokemon, if you actually like lived in that world, like it'd be scary, you know? I'm like, I would have Pokemon myself, okay? The only thing I gotta say, I would be so disappointed in myself if I lived in like the Pokemon world, and I was still just like had like a boring job, you know? Like what if people in the Pokemon world, they still just like have like accountants and stuff, you know? Like I lived in the Pokemon world and was an accountant. Boring, horrible. Like no, I would be out there at the age of 10 on my own, catching Pokemon, honestly. Stop, that's so harsh. That's so harsh. But no, this is what I'm saying. Like there was actual action. There was actual action in that series, in that iteration. That's crazy though. No, they really did go hard in that battle. I like Lucario too though. It's honestly a cool one with a cool power set. When I played, which one did I have? I think I had X. I played X on my 3DS, I want to say. And I'm pretty sure my Lucario was like one of my main guys, one of the ones that I was like bringing out in battle, and you know later on in the game it gets to the point of like it is one shot KOing all the opponents. It's crazy. That's crazy when you literally just, when you were talking about Pikachu being beat to a pulp. That's crazy. Listen, my Pokemon and I would be best friends. You don't understand. Being like a non-athletic kid and having gym class, maybe you do understand. Maybe you were also like this. I was not athletic and I hated gym class. However, I would think sometimes, I would be like, you know what wouldn't be bad? If gym class was like Pokemon, right? Like if it was like a Pokemon gym, like that wouldn't be bad. That would not be bad. Anyway, honestly, you making wild claims out here. I would never support any sort of animal cruelty, okay? I wouldn't, and I would not be cruel to my Pokemon. My Pokemon and I would literally be besties. They literally wouldn't even be in their Pokeball. We would have like Ash Pikachu moment where they're just like out next to me. Oh, I played that one too, Pokemon Tournament. I'm pretty sure I played that one, if I'm thinking of the correct one. I literally don't remember who I mained in that one. That's crazy. I actually do not remember who I mained. It was not Lucario. Unless it was. No, I mained, if I'm thinking of the correct game, I mained Braixen. Yeah. That sounds right. Again, if I'm thinking of the correct game, I'm not even sure. I'm looking that one up to make sure I'm thinking of the right game. But I'm pretty all sure. It's implied he could defeat Mewtwo. Literally, Lucario was OP for what? For what reason? Like, Mewtwo, at least, like, there's lore. There is lore as to why like that one's like so powerful, right? But Lucario's like maybe there is deep Lucario lore that I don't remember. Yeah, Pokemon Tournament. Yeah. I mained Braixen. I don't know why. Every once in a while, if we're like, you know, if we're at my parents' house, that game's still there, my sister will be like, oh, let's play that game. So I don't know why she likes that one so much. We literally always forget how to play it whenever we sit down to play it. But she still likes to play it, and I don't know why I liked Braixen anymore, because I beat the game with her, but like now I feel like she's not even a good character to use in that game, so I don't know. Okay, so I don't remember why I was having this conversation with my sibling, but I swear, like, literally not even a month ago probably, I was just like, hey, what Pokemon am I? And they said I would be Caterpie. And now, if I'm not mistaken, Caterpie evolves into Butterfree? Right? I'm pretty sure is what that one's called. So I think that one. Not Beedrill. I don't think I'd be Beedrill. Beedrill, I'm too cute. No offense to Beedrill. If you're a Beedrill stan, I mean no offense. But I'm just too cute. I'm just too cute, okay? I'm too cute. So yeah, Butterfree is what I'm gonna say. Except technically Caterpie. Technically Caterpie. One time, literally just like on the sidewalk, I drew an amazing Caterpie, and I'll never draw that good again. I'll never draw that good again. But that Caterpie was so good. I don't even know that I still have a photo of it, but it was so good. The end. Yeah. Lucario's voice actor is Goku, so he had to be strong. It all comes back to Dragon Ball. That's crazy. It all comes back to Dragon Ball. Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah, honestly, the voice acting world isn't that big. Like, obviously there's enough people, but also there's like some people that are just in literally everything. Like, there are some people that I swear, like, in everything. It's crazy. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like, I feel like regular actors have this too. Or like you know, just like, not voice actors, just like actors. They kind of have it too, where it's like, they just work with all the same people. I feel sometimes the same way with voice actors, especially like in anime dubbing. Like, I feel like, you know, you just look at people and they're all in the same shows together. So, I don't know. But, I mean, it is, honestly, it's not that well paying of a job. Like, you would think it pays better, but it doesn't really pay like that well. Like, most of them have like other jobs too, like to help support themselves. And, you know, it is kind of hard to break into. It's not the most lucrative. It's kind of hard to break into, so. But I love voice actors, because sometimes you look at, like, 2 of their roles and you're like, huh? Really, that's the same person? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Use that son. That's not helpful. Who is the sassy narrator in that one anime? That is so helpful. Ian Sinclair. I actually don't recognize that name, though. Wait, I might actually know things that he's done, so let me look him up. Ian Sinclair. Let's see what he's done. Let's see if I've watched any of it. The first things that are coming up, I actually don't know that I've watched anything that he's been in. Oh, he was in Black Butler, but only Book of Circus, and I did not get that far. One Piece, is that the one that he's the narrator in? Is it that one? Does that one have a sassy narrator? No, okay, he's in the other Black Butler, okay. But also I don't really watch English dubs, so I wouldn't know anyway, to be so honest. Actually, okay, there's so many anime that I haven't seen. Oh, he was in My Hero Academia. I might have, depending on who he was in that, I might have heard his voice, because I actually used to be like really into My Hero. I'm not as much into it anymore. My Hero Academia, Ian Sinclair. But I have heard some of the English dub of that, so. But who was he? Who was he in My Hero? Okay, the internet doesn't want to tell me easily, so I don't want to look at that. Imagine owning something like a Snorlax. It would bankrupt you with how much it eats. Okay. I mean, true. However, if I was really good at Pokemon battling, which me personally, I believe I would be, then I'd be like a champion and then I'd have enough money to feed it. So when you think about it, we're all good. When you really think about it, we'd be good. Troy Baker, that's another name I don't recognize. Listen, I honestly might have more luck recognizing the JP voice actor names. But also not. Sometimes I just recognize a voice and don't even know the name, and I just know all the other characters that they voiced. But I do not watch a lot in English dub. I just do not. One time, my roomies were watching something in English dub, and I literally, did not notice until I came back. I left for a bit, and then I came back, and as soon as I walked in, I was like, oh my gosh, it's the English dub, and I collapsed to the ground because I'm overdramatic. Snorlax, though, is probably the one you have to worry the most about with eating. I feel like that's eating and sleeping. Most of he just sleeps a lot, so it'd be fine. But I think this feels so basic. This feels so basic. But I'd really want to have an Eevee. I would really want to have an Eevee. Also, welcome to the stream, Hydrain. Welcome back again. But I'd really want an Eevee. I'd really want an Eevee. And I think I would want to evolve it into either a Sylveon or an Espeon. I think those would be my top two. And that feels so basic to be like, oh, I'd want an Eevee, because like everyone knows Eevee. But it's so cute. It's so cute. I am waiting and I am praying for a ghost type evolution. I would give like my left kidney for a ghost type evolution. Like honestly. Okay. I will look up Troy Baker. Besides Eevee, I'd really want a Swadloon. Swadloon, I think, is a little bit less well known. But it's so me. It's literally just like wrapped up in a blanket. And it is me. The end. That's how I live my life. Troy Baker was in the Lego Batman movie. Well, I saw that. Okay. So Troy Baker is in like all the Lego superhero stuff. And Naruto. Okay, wait. One voice actor that I'm pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure about what I'm gonna say, is that in that one Disney XD show, Lab Rats, that the principal from that, like, voices Naruto in the English dub. Like, I'm pretty sure of that. Which is kind of random. It's kind of random. Okay, so I do know some of the things that Troy Baker has been in, however, I didn't recognize the name. Listen, my siblings always so disappointed in me because I never know the voice actors or actors in general. I just don't know. I know character names and I store lore in my brain, but I cannot remember the actual actors' names. Not for the life of me. Not Eevee once they introduced how she was special with all this familiar interest, but Eevee's cute. And the evolutions look cool. So therefore, I want Eevee. He was big in Last of Us and Uncharted. Okay. Now here's the thing. So I've not played either of those. You weren't referring to his anime stuff. He was, okay, listen, I looked him up. Most of his credits were like Lego superhero stuff. Let me be honest. Actually, I don't think I saw any game stuff. So let me pull it up again. Okay, yeah, because I was looking at his movies and TV shows. It doesn't even have a tab for his game voice acting, so that means I have to go to IMDb, the most reliable of sites. I'm gonna look at his voice acting. Okay, he has a lot of credits though. Oh, there we go. Now I see. Now I see games also. Okay, but also, like, I haven't played most of the games he's voice acted in, to be honest. I'm simply just a cozy little gamer. I haven't played really the ones that he's voice acted for. I have seen, oh wait, was he Joel in The Last of Us? Because I have watched playthroughs of that, though I haven't played it myself. It's crazy. Well, I do recognize his work. That honestly is true of a lot of, actors, voice actors. Because I recognize their work, I do not recognize their names. There's too many other things in my brain. Which is so funny because I think literally my sibling is sending me pictures of actors and being like, hey, do you know who this is? Just to test me. And I'm not looking at it right now because I'm streaming. But I like saw a glimpse of the message when I was looking at Troy Baker's page, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And I'm like, that's crazy. It's also not uncommon though. They like to do that because, okay, my sibling and I, we are besties. For the resties. However, they also like to bully me a little bit. They like to make fun of me just a little bit. It's good sibling banter, but That's one of the things that they like to do. They're like, you're so goofy, how do you not know this person? I'm like, sorry, I have more important things in my brain. Yeah, that's really, honestly, I think it's mainly because I grew up with it, that I'm just, it's still mainly like what I like is Nintendo. And just, you know, mainly games you could play on the Switch. Like a lot of those ones, like they're just, I don't know, but I like better. I mean, like I really want to try FPS. Like in my heart of hearts, I want to try FPS. I want to try Valorant and Apex and stuff. However, I only have so much time in my day. And if I'm gonna sit down at the end of the day, I'm gonna play a game, I want to play something cozy. You know, I don't know if I'd even be good at FPS, to be honest. I don't think my reaction time is good enough. I think I'm too eepy all the time. I think I'm less tired than I used to be. Like if we made a graph of how tired I've been in my life, like I was just consistently tired all the time when I was a teenager. But I was also low-key an insomniac, and I like, you know, I kind of fixed that. I took some melatonin and I fixed it. And thankfully I'm still a night owl. Like I still stay up later than I should. But like I can fall asleep now at least. Yeah, but most of the time, Nintendo and then Genshin Impact. Like, if I'm going to be so honest, Nintendo, Genshin Impact, and then there was a period where I really liked otome games and dating sims, and then something had to go. I didn't have enough time in my life for all this, and something had to go, and it was otome games. For some reason, I don't know why, because I really enjoyed playing them. I fill the void with anime men, you know? But I can do that without it being like a game based around it. I can still have my husbandos and my waifus too. Without playing the actual dating sim. I think likely at some point, because honestly, now that I'm streaming, you know what, that's literally such a lie. I've streamed Genshin Impact like 3 times. I was gonna say, and I still play it every day. I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, it's true, I am like low-key playing less Genshin now, because for a while now, every time I have free time, like if I'm gonna sit and play something, like it was gonna be Genshin Impact. It's probably been like a good year or so of doing that. Almost, not a full year. But like for a while. And I'm gonna play like with family or with friends, obviously I'm like, not even, because I haven't played Genshin Impact with my friends sometimes too. When I play with my family, we're gonna play Mario Kart usually. So like that and Genshin Impact. Honestly, mainly what I've played in like the past year. And now that I'm streaming, again, not that much, because I've only had so many streams so far, and 3 of them have been Genshin Impact, but I am playing other things too. Like this game, Suika game, I've been wanting to play it for a while, and like I don't know, it was like I just like playing Genshin Impact. That's just my favorite thing right now, just in general, like in terms of media. And so if I didn't stream, I probably just like never actually would have gotten around to playing this, to be honest. But I like it. It's like adding variety to my day. Which isn't a bad thing. Which is not a bad thing at all. Because I'm very much the kind of person who likes to have a schedule. In fact, if something happens that like changes my usual schedule, I get so thrown off. If you do FPS, promise to have voice chat and open mic on. See, I wouldn't do that. because because then you could hear everyone else too. Because then you would hear everyone else too, and I'm absolutely certain they would say things that you two would not like. I am completely sure of that. So I think I'm gonna pass. I think I'll pass on that one. This is the other thing about FPS though. It is, as far as I know, it can sometimes be just a little bit toxic sometimes. I don't know that's something that I want in my life. Be so honest, I don't know that's something that I want in my life. So that makes me like a little bit nervous. It's a little bit nervous. But again, if I'm gonna end my day, I don't know that I really want to like end it that way. If I'm gonna, it's mainly when I have time for streaming. I don't know that I'm gonna wanna, you know, do a bunch of gaming with like, I don't know, 12-year-olds in a lobby where they're all going to be like, you know, I don't know, being like cringe and stuff. They need to relax. I think that's why I really like cozy games. Like I like to relax at the end of my day. Call me crazy, but I don't like getting worked up before I go to bed. Oh yeah, I know. I was trying to, like, as someone who's never actually like been in one of the lobbies, I was trying to be nice, but I do know. Like I've seen other streamers, I've seen other people talking about it. It gets very toxic, unfortunately, which is so sad because honestly, it is heartwarming that every once in a while you'll see something about it, like it being like a nice group or something. But like, yeah, I know it's unfortunate that it's like that. Just quite unfortunate. A chance to learn a new language? What language? Cringe? No. I'm sure there are nice people. I'm not gonna deny. There have to be nice people in the lobby, right? There have to be nice people in the lobby. But I think a lot of the nice people end up not putting their mics on because of the reputation that some of the games have. Like, what's supposed to be the really toxic one? Like, League of Legends, isn't that supposed to be toxic? I think. I don't know if that one has a voice chat or not. I assume it does. So, like, there are nice people who play that one. I mean, there's streamers that I like who like that game, but it just has that reputation. I don't think that was yesterday because I didn't stream yesterday. However, I do listen, but I would rage by myself or on stream, technically with chat, but like rage games like Jump King or like Getting Over It is what you wanted me to play. Getting Over It first, but I would play Jump King first. It just looks more fun to me. Technically this game is supposed to low-key be a rage game for some people because like trying to get the watermelon and then when you don't, like people like low-key rage over it. Like I'm just chilling, I'm just dropping the fruits, I'm just hypnotized by this, but technically you're gonna get into it. But like I wouldn't be toxic to others. Like I wouldn't hop in a lobby and be toxic. There's actually something in my years on the internet. I've gotten very good at like not engaging. Like if someone's like bothering me, like I am just going to block them. Like sometimes I want to come back with like a little retort or something, and I'm just like, no, like just leave it be. Like just it's literally just some rando on the internet. Like I don't need that. Like I don't need to do that. I'll just speak in a very deep voice and they will never be able to tell that I'm Grill. They'll never figure it out, ever. See, that was very convincing. I know, you don't have to tell me, I know it was very convincing, okay? I know, it's alright, you keep your comments to yourself, I know it was very convincing. I'm sure you're very confused, I didn't even use a voice changer, I know it sounded like it was very good, I know. It's mostly fine unless you're playing ranked. I guess that's true. Because, like, I guess a lot of people are going to be, like, more casual if they're not trying to get ranked. Which is, I probably wouldn't, at least not when I started playing something, because I would not be good enough. I think, in general, I get a little bit scared of multiplayer games like that. Because that's kind of the thing that I'm like, ooh, if I'm not good, like, I am just worried. Like people are going to start getting mad at me. And it's like, yeah, I know how to just walk away, but I do want to, like, have fun while I'm doing it, obviously. Like, that's why I'm playing. Like, I want to have fun. So. But I feel like I had, like, a good group to start. Like, it'd be fine. Real voice Pog, yeah. Yeah, guys. This is the actual voice changer. This is the actual voice changer. I'm, it's just fooling everyone. Today we learned that I'm secretly bald and that this is a voice changer. It's crazy. It's crazy. The honey lore is crazy right now. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like at some point I'm gonna get over this like weird mental block that I have and just actually like bite the bullet and start playing them. Plus, I'm gonna do it for the content. I'm gonna do it for the content if nothing else. But yeah, what if you guys play FPS and you have like a recommendation for which one you think would be best for a beginner, let me know. Because I was originally, like, I think I downloaded Valorant or anything and I ended up just eventually like deleting it off my PC because I downloaded it and never actually started playing it. But let me know if you have one that you think would be good for a beginner. Because I've never touched FPS. Not ever have I touched it, so I've watched people play and whatever. I know people who play. But honestly, most of the people that I'm like close friends with don't really game. Like not even like, I'm not even saying like, oh, they're not gamers, like they don't play like I don't know, like what's like a big gaming title. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, my friends aren't gamers and don't play World of Warcraft. Like I also don't. They just like in general don't really play video games. Like I have one friend who like also plays Genshin Impact and that's like literally the extent of it. And I just have like other people that I'm like sort of friendly with who play like some games, but yeah. I have people in my classes who are gamers. Actually, I think I have one acquaintance who might, I think he games. Maybe he'd have good recommendations. Maybe I'll ask him next class. I'll be like, hey, Fortnite? Actually, I do have a friend who plays Fortnite mainly because her boyfriend likes it. So like they play it together sometimes, I think. However, I feel like no, listen, I've done enough cringe stuff. I feel like I shouldn't be embarrassed. Because, like, to me, Fortnite is, like, meme. It's, like, meme game with the silly meme dancing, and everyone's like, oh, Fortnite. But also, I feel like maybe it doesn't have that reputation anymore. Maybe it's just, like, that was, like, kind of jokey, and it's, like, worn off. I don't know. Because I don't really feel like I hear that anymore. But I do have that one friend who plays it with her boyfriend and has been like yeah, I think when I got like my Nintendo Switch, she was like, oh, download Fortnite and we could play together, and I was like, okay, and I never actually did. But also let me look up. Let me see if Fortnite's free, because that actually may have been why I didn't get it. If it wasn't free, I probably wouldn't have gotten it, because I would have been like, money. Let's see, is Fortnite free? Tell me, oh wise internet. It's free. So yeah, I just fully didn't download it. I fully probably was just like, I don't want to play Fortnite, and then didn't download it. To be honest. To be very honest. Honesty is the best policy, they say. So they say. Fortnite dropped a reset, so right now is perfect. Interesting. I feel like there's like different modes too, right? Like I feel like that was the other rage game I was thinking of the other day was Only Up. That was a big one, like in the VTubing community for a while, I think, was Only Up. But there's like Only Up in Fortnite too. So I'm literally so confused by Fortnite. I'm like, what is going on in Fortnite? Honestly, because I guess there's like a bunch of different modes or something. Destiny 2 is free and is mostly PvE and has some good aim assist and help bad players, but it's a big game. Okay, well, so it's free but has paid DLC content, which I feel like is honestly like a decent number of games these days. I'm gonna look into Destiny 2. Because honestly, I don't really know anything about them. Like, the name does sound familiar. I'm not gonna say the name doesn't sound familiar, but I don't really know anything about it. Okay, I've definitely seen this before. See, it looks so gamer. Like I feel like if I played this, I could go to people and be like, hi, I'm a gamer, and say it seriously, and they'd be like, oh, like, what do you play? And then I'd like say, oh, I play Destiny 2, and then they'd be like, oh, wow, you are a gamer. I'd be like, I know, I'm so cool and funky like that. But yeah. So maybe that's new too. I'm gonna keep that tab open so I can look more into it after stream. Might want to be sent on only preference. Actually, wait, did something happen with that? Only app got removed since it was using. Oh, I did not know that. That's crazy. Because I remember, I think it was literally over the summer, a lot of people were playing that. And I didn't see anything. It was like a lot of people that I watched. I didn't see anything that there were stolen assets. I wonder if those VODs are even still up then. I didn't know that. Okay, wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Definitely wouldn't play that then. I do not condone the stealing of assets. It's not funky fresh. It's not. I don't like that. Okay. So, no to that. I do still really, really want to play Jump King though. Jump King looks so fun to me, and I think I'd actually be so good at it. I'm gonna be honest. I think I'd be so good at it. I don't know why. I think that's just like an undeserved confidence coming out of my mouth right now. But I feel like I'd be really good at Jump King, to be honest. Oh, wait, what do you mean? Okay, I literally did not see anything about that. That is bad. Yeah, no, only up then. I just remember seeing people playing it and being like, oh wow, that game looks interesting. Like, oh wow, like the slow-mo mode and everything. I was like, oh, that's like an interesting gameplay kind of thing. I feel like I haven't seen in like other like rage game type things. But like that's bad if they're doing that stuff. Like I'm like, ooh, no, yeah, I'm not gonna touch that then for sure. No, thank you. But again, that makes I literally want to go and look and see if any of like the VODs from over the summer are up, because I feel like you should take those down then if that stuff comes out about it. If it did though, like if they did, I guess they probably like wouldn't really address it. But like the people who were playing it, it's like I don't know, if you were playing it when like that stuff wasn't known, because like I don't know when that stuff came out, because I literally didn't see it. I don't know if it came out after it was like really popular or whatever, but yeah, I fully missed that if I did. If it was something that people were talking about in like I don't know, like my social media sphere or whatever. Right. I still have not gotten a watermelon in this game. Now actually I am gonna start raging at this. Listen, I was getting whatever the one before the watermelon is, which I feel like I know what it is. Is that honeydew? I feel like it's a different kind of melon. Whatever the melon is before the watermelon, when I literally on like my first try of this, I swear that I got it. And now I'm like not even getting that far anymore. I really thought, I was so confident I was gonna get the watermelon. I will. It's gonna happen. Actually, I'm glad though that they made this game available, because for a while it was like only available, I think, on the Japanese Nintendo eStore. And like I actually was gonna get it before, and then I was like, oh, it's actually not available, and like I would have had to make like an account like on Japanese servers or something. And, like I was like, yeah, okay, whatever, I will at some point, and then I like hadn't gotten to it. And by the time, I like just downloaded this game the other day, and I was like, oh, it's actually available now. I was like, oh great. I was like, oh, that's great for me. Makes my life easier. A knock knock joke. Well, who is there? It's been a while since I've heard a good knock knock joke, so this better be good. This better be good. That's all I'm saying. High stakes here, because I haven't heard a knock knock joke in I don't know, probably it's been years since someone told me a knock knock joke. So you have a lot to you've got a lot riding on this. If you mess up, my perception of knock knock jokes will forever be skewed. Suika. Suika who? It's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the punchline better live up. Punchline better live up. So that we've got the setup. Well, gotta see the delivery, super. Gotta see the delivery. I'm waiting. Honestly, I don't know why with knock knock jokes, I feel like once you like get past like 4th grade or something, or like 5th grade. Like no one tells knock-knock jokes anymore. Why? Knock-knock jokes are classic. Knock-knock jokes will never truly die. There was one time. It was fairly young. Back at the age I was still like hard set bedtimes, you know, where it's like you gotta go to bed by like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or something. But sometimes like on the weekends, my sibling and I would be allowed to stay up later, and we would call it the late night loonies, I think is what we'd call it, or something like that. That we'd start like going a little silly goofy. We'd start going a little silly goofy towards the end of the day, if we were allowed to stay up past our bedtimes ever. And there was one time we were like laughing our heads off at like literally nothing. Like I think there was like literally nothing, and then I went like, we don't need joke books, we are joke books, and for some reason we still quote that to this day. So I guess what I'm saying is, any joke can be a classic if the moment you say it in is funny enough. Because there is some things my sibling and I still quote from each other for literally no reason. They were not that funny. They were just not that funny. But you know what? In the moment, they went hard. So they stick around. But I don't know. I feel like I just wasn't that funny as a kid, to be honest. I think I'm funnier now than I was as a kid, to be honest. I don't even think I'm that funny now. Like, I think I have a very dry sense of humor. I feel like my humor is very... First of all, my humor is a lot in my face. Like, I make faces a lot. And it's very much like I'll react to what someone else said. And, like, be, like, kind of, like, wise guy. Like, wise guy. That's crazy. That's crazy that you would do that. That's crazy that you did that setup just for that punchline. That's crazy. I expected better from you. Actually, I didn't. That's a lie. I did not expect better from you. But see, those jokes do always get me in the way of, like, I don't see them coming. Because, like my brain just doesn't work that way. I just don't think things like that, honestly. I don't think things like that. I don't. Honestly, good one. Because I've seen plenty of streams of this, and I haven't seen anyone do that. So good on you. Good on you. Originality. The ones, okay, I said like those ones don't get me. But like when they're original like that, like obviously like Ligma. Like I know like obviously like I know that joke. Like I've seen that. But like if you're gonna go Suika my NUTS, then yes, like I'm not gonna see that coming. I had to reattempt to bypass that censor 3 times. That's crazy. That's crazy. Sometimes, this is what I'm saying. Like sometimes filters and like ratings and stuff, they feel just a tiny little bit arbitrary. Like it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like I was on a platform where it's like this, where the content is like so wide and varied that they're just covering all their bases. Unless it's some settings that I have no clue. Guys, I don't know what I'm doing. I just hit go live and then that's that. To be honest. I'm just always a little bit confused. I've always got a slightly confused look in my eyes. My filter list, I literally don't know. If that's like something that I had to set up, or if that's something that's preset. Like, I don't know. Honestly, no, genuinely, I don't know what I'm doing. So if you mean there's something I can set for like filtering stuff, I haven't done it. I just don't know how. I tend to not know how to do things on like any platform. Probably like until like a good 6 months after I've started using it. And I mean, I've been using YouTube to watch videos for a while. But I haven't been using Streamlog. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that, like, if that is me, I'll look into it. I'll look into if there's a filter list, because if there is, like, I don't see it like in my live settings, so it may just be like in my settings on my profile or something. But I really don't know. Like, I just did not touch any settings, and so to me, it's a little interesting that they would just like automatically filter that stuff.
Especially because I have my videos down as not being made for kids. Cause like it's not like Loki, if you're like a little like 8-year-old or something, like you're not, don't watch me. Cause like I don't know on this side, you know, like, so I have it as like not marked for kids because I'm not making content for kids. So like I feel like it shouldn't be filtering stuff like that because like it's not for children. But however, I will look and I will see if I can change that because like idiot and dumb are not that bad. So I don't know if that's like just a YouTube thing in general or if it's something I can change. Because if I can change it, I will. Actually, I really have a list of things to look into, like for streaming and stuff. So I will write that down. YouTube filter list. Okay. There we go. I've added it to my to-do list. My ever-growing, never-ending to-do list. That was the thing I didn't realize when I was younger. Really, there's really just always something to do. There's always something new. Desk HP minus 30. Well, because I wrote on my desk. It's okay, I wrote lightly. When I was a kid, when I was doing homework, my mom would always like make us write like on like a plastic placemat or something because she didn't want us to write into the table. Every once in a while, let's just say someone was a little silly goofy and they'd forget sometimes to write on something. And so there are just some words fully like inscribed into our dining room table because someone was a little bit silly goofy and they didn't remember to put something onto their piece of paper. Oopsie. My bad. Actually, funny, one of my roommates and I were talking. We both like had like the same thing where we accidentally like ruined part of our desk with nail polish remover, and I hardly ever paint my nails too. So it's like it sucks that I did this. Like it does because like it was like one of the few times that I ever like wore nail polish, but it was an act of hubris on my part, right? Because I was like, oh, I didn't get any on my desk the first time that I did this, so I'll be fine this time, even though my mother was like, oh, be careful, like, don't take the finish off your desk. And then, like, I had, like, 2 layers of paper towel down, I swear. But I guess it was sitting for too long, and so it just, like, it bled through the paper towel, and then it, like, did rip off some of the finish from my desk. So, what I'm trying to say is my desk is already, you know, it's already been through it. It's fine. But, you know, my roommate had, like, a similar story of, like, oh, yeah, like, I usually had, like a cloth and, like, I didn't find it. And so I was like, oh, I'll be fine. Because, like, I never get it on anything. And then she also ends up, like, ruining her desk with it. I wouldn't say ruining. It was just, like, small spots. A little small spot. The thing that's bad, though, is yeah, it took part of the finish off. But then I was, like, it also, like, kind of, like, I think it just, like, took the finish off in the pattern of the paper towel, and I kind of thought there was still paper towel stuck to it, so it was still, like, wet, and I was trying to, like, scrub it off, and like, scratch it off, and I accidentally just, like, scratched into the desk. My bad. I'm so not a minimalist, though. I don't know if I'm a maximalist, but I'm not a minimalist, I will tell you that. And it's kind of funny because my mother very much is. And so when I'm like, oh, I want more bookshelves, I want more of this, I want more of that, like, to decorate my room, she's like, you're kind of like, there's, like, kind of enough stuff. And I'm like, but there's not enough stuff to display and store it. So we're very different in that regard. But I love collecting things. And I love displaying things. I need something to get me through the day. And if that thing is going to be figures of my anime man, I'm going to have them and I am going to put them out, mother. And my manga too, because I was like storing stuff just like in my closet. It's like, no, I want to see it all. So I'm very much need to probably stop for a bit though, because I really don't have space. Like, I don't have more space for shelves anymore, to be honest. Like I've used up all my space. it's fine. It's fine. Because, like, there was like a period where I was like, first of all, I did not have the funds to spend on this. I did not have the funds to spend on this. But I was young. I was young and I was reckless. And so I would be like, oh, I got like birthday money. And I would just get things. And I mean, like, I used to have like a lot of stuffed animals. Like, I kind of collect them again now, but I like had a lot and I got like rid of most of them. And then like later on I was like, oh, actually, like I don't know why I thought it wasn't cool. I'm gonna get them again. But there was a period of time like I literally could not go out without buying a stuffed animal. Like, if you took me to a store, I was like gonna buy a stuffed animal. And there was like, it was weird because there was a point where I was frugal, so I saved up like a bunch of birthday money, a bunch of like, again, my grandparents were like, oh, you exist? Here's $5. So like I would just save all of that and like it'd take me out to a store. And it got to the point where I was like, I don't know, 10 or something, my mom's like, you know, letting me learn, letting me make my own decisions. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, it's your money, so I'm not gonna tell you what to do with it. And then you would take me out and I'd be like, oh, let me get another stuffed animal. But I'm still like that in some ways, where it's like, if I go out, I need to have such strong willpower not to buy a figure, not to buy manga, not to buy a stuffed animal, because I like collecting things. I like having my little collections. Listen, I'm not that bad. I'm not a hoarder. Guys, listen, I swear, I'm not a hoarder. Honestly, despite my mom being like kind of a minimalist in a lot of ways, she's more of a hoarder than I am. She just like stores it all in the closet. Because like projects that my siblings and I had to do when we were in school. Like, my mom like does not want to get rid of that stuff. I don't care. I'm like, I just throw it in the trash. I'm like, Mom, I'm like, just literally give it to me and I'll put it in the trash can. And she's like, no. She's like, we can't do that. And I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, literally let me, please. Because I like displaying my stuff, but I don't like clutter. This is why I'm like, I need more shelves and I need more things to display it, because I don't want to just like put it out willy-nilly. I need it to look nice. I need everything to be in its place. Otherwise I can't find it. I don't have a good enough a good enough memory for that, to be honest. So I gotta keep everything in its place. And then if I put it in the wrong place, I panic, immediately text my sibling, like, I can't find this thing. And then literally like 5 seconds after that, stand up, turn around and be like, oh, it's okay, I found it. It's like literally right where I was sitting. Well, okay. I probably lean more maximalist, right? I probably lean more of a maximalist style because, like I want all my things out. I want to see all my things, right? I don't want to like, I don't want it to feel empty. I don't want it to feel empty. I want to see all my things. So it's probably more towards maximalist than minimalist. My attitude is only half full, though, towards other people. Towards myself, it is half empty. If something goes wrong in my life, I'm like, this is it, this is the end, everything's gonna go to SHIT from here. But if someone else is like, oh no, like, I failed my test, like, literally it's fine, like, F the school system, like, you're good, like, you got this, you're gonna bounce back. So that's me, but I don't know, I just like, I don't know, I like my things. Like, it's literally, honestly, it just comes down to, I like displaying my things. But I like to do so in a neat way. Out of me and my siblings, I always had the neatest room. Sometimes I would say this when I was younger. But it's still kind of true. Every once in a while, I swear, I just get possessed by a ghost who likes to clean. Because I will go, like, on a full cleaning spree. Or, like, take everything out of my closet. Get rid of, like, everything that I don't need. And, like, totally reorganize it. And like I sometimes I'm just like, oh well, I'll just shove it in a drawer or in my closet or something, and like I won't see it. And then I get into that again though, where it's like it's something that I don't need if I do that. A, and then B is then when I get possessed by that cleaning ghost again, then it gets solved. So at the end of the day, it's fine. But yeah, I'm fairly organized. Honestly, these days, I think my siblings are pretty organized too. And I mean, okay, definitely hands down. This is a really undeniable fact. Of the three of us, my sister was the messiest. She was the least organized. My sibling was fine. And there was me, who I was actively neat. I microdosed on serotonin by cleaning and then having my mother tell me I did a good job, okay? Because my mom, it's like I say, my mom's like a minimalist more, right? But at the same time, she's a hoarder, but she'll just like, she's like, feels bad getting rid of things, but then she'll just like, she'll store them away, and she has like systems for storing them away. But it is like, she was like, keep your rooms clean. She was very much that kind of mom. Which, like, honestly, I don't really think I know anyone who had parents that were just like, yeah, I don't mind if your room's messy. But it was definitely always a thing with us. And you know, when we were younger, our parents really just did want us to focus on school, like, entirely. And so, honestly, I kind of lucked out, like, in a lot of ways, because they didn't really make us do a lot of chores. Like, we did still help. Like, we still helped. And I think because we were raised to be like, oh, well, like, being helpful is good. But, like, at the end of the day, they were like, well, you know, if you have schoolwork, like, don't worry about it. But I probably from the time I got to high school on, definitely, I was going to say 6th grade, but it really solidified in high school. I started making my bed every day. And now I just, like, mentally, I can't get into an unmade bed. I'm also much less of a restless sleeper than I used to be. I used to toss and turn all night. Now I sleep literally in the same position, like, the entire time. Like, literally through the night, and I sleep in the same position. And I don't know how I do it. I don't know when this changed. I don't know why this changed, but it did. And honestly, I'm here for it because it made my life easier. Because now when I wake up in the morning, I don't have, like, a totally messed up bed. I really just need to, like, pull everything up, and it's fine. Yeah, but also sometimes I have such trouble getting up in the morning. I'm not a morning person. And so a lot of the times I'll leave for the day and I'll leave my bed just messed up. But then, like, once I get back home, I will I'll start making it then. Yeah. But, like by the end of the day, I can't. It'll be made by the end of the day, I guess, is what I'm saying. It's not necessarily going to be the first thing I do. It used to be the first thing I do in the morning. Now it's not, just because, like, if I have to get out the door, I have to get out the door. Like, I'm like the, that one trope of, like, toast in mouth running outdoor. Like, that's me most mornings. I'm like, must get where I need to be. And I have it pretty much down to a science. So it's all good, it's all fine. It's all fine. But, like, any slight change to my schedule, I get so thrown off. I am a creature of habit. My mother would always say that too, so I wonder if it's, like, part of, like, how I was raised in a way or something. I don't know. But I very much am. I like having, like, my routine. I like having my routine to my day. I can be spontaneous, like, if I need to be. If someone's like, hey, let's go do something, I'll be like, yeah, maybe, but like if it's a good friend, I will. But a lot of times I like plans made in advance, you know? I need to plan my day and my week. But you're getting tired, listen, hey, if you need to go to sleep, like, literally, like go to sleep. I may not go to sleep at the most healthy of times, and so I fully support you if you need to. Like, honestly, please, like, please don't feel like you have to stay up for me. Like, I'd rather you get a good night's sleep. Yeah, and if you do head out now, like have a good night and a good sleep. Feel refreshed and rejuvenated in the morning. Actually, I'm probably gonna end like in the next 10 minutes anyway myself, because I have to catch a train tomorrow. And I have to catch a bus to that train. And that means that I need to be up in time for that. So I'm probably gonna wrap up in about 10 minutes anyway. But like, if you need to go right now, still, like, you go to sleep. fully support that. I can see that. Okay. I don't want them to feel like they have to stay up. I don't feel like take care of yourself. Like, this, like, always, my thing, always in life, the most important thing is taking care of yourself. And like, yes, there are times you're gonna put like your friend, your romantic partner, or your family first, whatever, you know, whatever the situation may be. But at the end of the day, like, if you're not looking out for yourself, like it's like, I don't sound pessimistic, but if, like, to be honest, if you're not looking out for yourself, like no one will. Like, if you don't set like your own boundaries, like, and you don't know like yourself and what you need, and you don't pay attention to that, like, it's honestly, even if people have like don't have bad intentions, if you don't like have that sort of mentality of like, okay, this is what I need, this is the space I need, like, people aren't going to be able to pick up on that themselves. No, that's what I'm saying. That is literally me as a trope. There are some times when I like literally like eat fruit on the bus or something, because like I don't have time to eat. I generally only eat 2 meals a day anyway. Like, I'm never that hungry, so I generally only eat 2 meals a day, and it's often like sometime between like 10 and noon, and then I always have dinner like at the absolute grandma hour of like 5 to 5:30. Like, that's pretty much the latest I'm ever gonna eat dinner, is like 5:30. Well, if I'm by myself, if I'm with someone else, we might eat later, because I will concede and I will eat later. But I also I don't have that much time, so it's a good thing that I'm not that hungry, because I don't have that much time for eating. And a lot of times, if I eat, I'm watching something or I'm multitasking and I'm getting work done. But I do often have to like eat on my way out the door. I'll have like a shake, or I'll have like a granola bar or something on my way out the door. But yeah, that is basically not that hungry. 2 meals a day can literally, I am immortal. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I am immortal. I am an all-powerful immortal bee. This is the deep lore. I think what, seriously, one day I am going to release a lore video, and it's not going to be any of this. It's not going to be any of this. That is not the lore that I have planned in my head. But for now, at the end of the day, I am still immortal. At the end of the day, I am still immortal. And if we ever got into a deep lore, if I ever make like a deep lore video, naturally, I'll be immortal. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. There's nothing I can do about it. I would never lie to the good people of YouTube. I would never lie to my dear viewers. So when I say I'm immortal, of course it's the truth. Yeah. So I did not get Suika today. There is no watermelon. So that means I'm going to play this again sometime. Probably not next week. I'm also probably not gonna stream during the week. I think I'm gonna transition to doing Friday and Saturdays for now, but no stream tomorrow. So probably the next time I'll be on will be in like a week, like probably like exactly a week from today. And I haven't decided what I'm gonna play yet. Probably not more Suika. I might do more Persona 5, and then I might do a little to the left, I think is what it's called, which is like kind of like sort of like organizing stuff in like a puzzle sort of way. So that's what I'm thinking for next week, but we'll see. But that's what I'm gonna wrap up for tonight, so I can catch my transportation in time. I wonder how a snail and a piece of green vegetable fits into it. Yeah, no, that's the deep lore. That is the deep lore. Okay, all right, we're not gonna worry about that right now. That's the deep lore. Yeah. Anyway, it's okay, it's alright, it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube outro, go! No. Thank you for hanging out again. I had fun again tonight. This was a good one for talking and turning my brain off and just consistently dropping fruit into a box. And honestly, I didn't do that bad. I didn't do that good, but I didn't do that bad. Next time I will be better. Next time I will be true gamer and get Suika. This is my promise. That is only valid to be redeemed if I actually follow through. That's how promises work. Oh my gosh. But thank you for hanging out. Once again, Twitter is in the description. It's on my about page. Follow me there. I always tweet when I'm going live. And we can have silly goofy times over there too. Yeah, make sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, like, tell your friends, do all the good YouTube stuff. Yeah, I can't wait to be with you again. Bye!